lost one of its own 2 days ago. Beth Lawton McGee, a graduate of Marietta Blue Devil class of 1993, passed away due to an ongoing medical issue. She is the daughter of Betty Neal and George Lawton. She is survived by her husband David and children Mary Cobb and Lawton McGee. Both are students in the Marietta City School System. At this time, would you please give a moment of remembrance and reflection for Beth and the McGee family. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand, those that are able, and please remain standing for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Please remain standing until the guard has left the field. Tonight's colors are being presented by the Marietta High School Junior ROTC Color Guard. Commanding the guard and carrying the American flag is Cadet Captain Vasquez, accompanied by her rifle, Cadet Captain Ortiz Rodriguez. Carrying the Air Force flag is Cadet Captain Hernandez, accompanied by her rifle, Cadet Captain Vincente. And now, ladies and gentlemen, singing our national anthem, a 1998 alum of Marietta High School, Grammy Award winner, and theater teacher at the Marietta Middle School, Casey Wallace.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
Our Blue Devils, the good guys, come onto the field.
Test. Captains for Tift County, number 4, Jalen Edmondson. Number 62, Ross Tanner. Number 99, Antonio Gomez. Captains for the Marietta Blue Devils, number 1, Daniel Martin. Number 7, Tyler Hughes. Number 22, Terrence Berry. Carlos Cervantes. And number 58, Emmanuel Olatane. Our referees for today, the referee is Joshua Sullers, umpire Haven Thomas, the line judge Keith Stewart, the headline judge Cody Stewart, field judge Kenan Taylor, side judge Anthony Copeland, the back judge Stanley Glaze, electronic clock operator Clifton Puckett, and the play clock operator Ron Baird. Marietta Blue Devils have won the toss and will defer to the second half. And here are the Blue Devils. Lomo. Back deep for Tift, number 7, Javon King. And number 80, Antavo Pierce.
Quarterback for Tift County, number 9, Jackson Strickland. On the line the exchange. Recovered by Jackson Strickland. Loss of 1 yard on the play. Line of scrimmage is the 21-yard line, second down and 11.
personal protectors. Good snap and the terrible punt. It's going to be about a 15-yarder rolling out towards 25. Marietta is going to be 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line of Tift County going in.
Want to go ahead and apologize to the people at home. Y'all couldn't hear us for the first few minutes. I missed the mute button. I hit the wrong button. I thought I unmuted us. I did not. That was 100% on me. My fault.
All right, Marietta lined up at the bottom of your screen. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Running back in an inside zone position. We got an orbit screen motion.
Oh,
and
wow.
That inside defender was not blocked by the slot receiver on that play. Made it look elementary.
Not at all.
Yeah, Tift County did a good job reading that flare out to the running back and was there and met him right when the ball touched his hands. We thought it was going to be a ladder, tried to pick it up, but actually a little bit forward pass, so we're going to 2nd down.
Yeah, there's been some good licks. Both defenses have come out and played real well so far.
All right, Marietta in the same formation, going to fake the inside zone on the play action, going out to the sophomore wide receiver Luke Morgan for a nice 5-6 yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Marietta on the hash at the bottom of your screen. Marietta lining up with 3 receivers to the top of your screen on the wide side of the field and passing down. They're throwing the inside slant route to the big-bodied Camden Overton. He catches the ball, and it's a 1st down, Marietta.
Well, I've been impressed so far with the way Marietta has come out on offense and obviously defense, and with that special teams punt taking advantage of their field position.
All right, Marietta straight drop back pass. Tyler Hughes throwing to the wide open Cameron Perry in the slot. Hit him right at 25 yards for a touchdown. Beautiful play call by the Marietta Blue Devils there. Let's see how they can perform on this point after try, which has been a little bit of a sticking point for Marietta's special teams.
Yeah, and if you look at the replay, you just see the slot receiver. He's been doing this all year. He ran right by the defensive back, and it was just a battle of speed there, and Marietta won that.
Camden lined up to try and block the kick from the bottom side of your screen. It is complete. I am so loud. I can't hear anything. I'm dying. All right, great opening drive for the Marietta Blue Devils there, Drax.
Yeah, Marietta took advantage of the field position that they had. They had a couple good plays. Give Tift some credit, though. I mean, they read a couple of the flare out. They made sure to tackle on that little 5-yard quick hitch, but Marietta took advantage of the speed of the slot receivers, able to get behind the DB. And with Tyler Hughes, I mean, he's a good quarterback who was able to lay it in perfectly.
All right, Marietta is ready for the kickoff. They are going a little different, lining up on the top side of your top hash, the top side of your screen here. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it's all the way to the right.
Our low line drive kick, and it is out of bounds in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback for Marietta. All right, Tift County's going to start 1st and 10 here in the middle of the field on their own 20-yard line, 80-yard field to pay dirt.
Now we'll have to see if Tift County is able to counter Marietta's quick strike and get together a drive.
Yeah, the last thing they want to do, being a predominantly run team, is to get nervous, get out of their game plan, and start chucking the ball deep. And as you notice on this first play, they line up in a tackle-over set to the bottom of your screen, which is definitely a run formation, and they ran the ball to the weak side up top of your screen.
Speaking of trying not to get out of your comfort zone, I wonder if they get down early, will they start to have to pass the ball?
And we got ourselves a dive play. They are pushing forward for a nice 8-yard gain. Waiting on the signal from the referees if this is going to be a first down, and it is. So 1st and 10, Tift County on the 30-yard line.
And just as we were talking about them maybe getting down, they come out and bust a long run up the middle and show and kind of, stick to what they know and get that first down and, kind of keep that tempo at that same pace.
All right, under center with a tackle over set.
I'll start.
And that's really, that not only is that overloaded on the offensive line right there to the bottom of your screen, but they also have both wide receivers over there. So one of them is going to be ineligible. You're going to need to watch when they come up with that set with that tackle that has no receivers will be an eligible receiver. So that's a potential trick play territory for Tift County. Lining up, same formation. They're running a sweep to the bottom of your screen, and that is gang tackled by Marietta at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and I think you said earlier, the key is Tift, they can't get down, especially not having that pass-oriented team. But, the past few weeks, other teams have had success running against Marietta. So it's wonder if they're just going to try to keep it close and see if, as the game goes on, if it'll wear down those interior linemen.
I think that's the best game plan for them. Same formation, tackle over to the bottom of your screen, motion to the wide side, and they're running a quarterback sweep. Brings up 3rd and 10. Tackled by Ezekiel Durham-Campbell on that play. Your bottom side defensive end, number 50, two-way starter for the Blue Devils.
And Drexel, you pointed out that the Marietta defense has had some struggles against the run. Mm-hmm. If you notice, Marietta has come out with more linemen on the field. Generally, they play generally play 3 down linemen. I'm seeing 4 and 5 guys on the line of scrimmage.
All right, motion to the top of your screen, and they are throwing a wide open screen play to the running back. Lucky Smith, number 3 for Tift County Blue Devils.
Yes,
that is a 1st and 10.
Smith was out there all by himself and did a good job picking up the first down.
Good downfield blocking by that wide receiver as well.
Yeah, that's just a great play call against the defense that you're lined up against there. All right, Tift in the overload set, running dive read to the bottom of your screen, and they are tackled up for a 2-yard gain, and there is laundry on the field.
The wide receivers were not set. The wide receivers at the bottom of the screen or to the right of formation were not set at all.
No, and in high school football, they need to be set for a complete second before the ball is snapped, or that's going to be a legal procedure on the offense, and that looks like that was the call. 1st and 15 at the top of your screen for Tift County. All right, we've got a wing set to the top of the screen, motion to the bottom. See if we're going to get the look and throw. Trying to hit a soft spot on that 1st and 15 to the hitch in the slot. Complete pass. It'll be 2nd and 11, still outside of their comfort zone, but we're going to see what Tift does with this. So they're going to run the ball again on 2nd down and establish the run game as their identity, or are they going to get a little antsy and throw the ball? Looks like they're running back into that tackle over to the top of your screen, wing at the bottom of the running back. We got a read look with outside, and what a tackle by number 18, Nakari Ashley for...
Looks like a kid's hurt from Tift County on the field.
Number 18, Braxton Slack from Marietta.
But yeah, it looks like we have a kid down on the field from Tift County. Hopefully he's okay. I'm gonna take this opportunity to give a special shout out to Miss Jane Gray from Tift County. She works in the athletic office. Her son is number 72, Liam Gray. She was nice enough to email us a copy of their roster when I called down there, and she was very sweet and she was very nice, and she wanted the world to know that she loves her baby.
There you go.
So obviously we're going to take a timeout as they tend to one of their own. We hope he is okay. Another special shout out to the world champion Atlanta Braves and an alum from one of these high schools. Mr. Dansby Swanson hit 2 home runs in that World Series for his hometown Atlanta Braves. As we see, the kid has gotten up and is gingerly walking off the field. That is at least a good sign that he is able to walk off with a little bit of help.
Yeah, Dansby Swanson's a Marietta High School grad. I mean, I'm sure he was pretty excited bringing the championship not only to Atlanta but to his home state, in the home city.
I know I was excited as a Atlanta Braves fan.
Well, I think everybody listening to this broadcast can agree with you on that.
That's what I say. I feel like that's objective.
All right, end over to the top of your screen. We've got a play-action pass looking for the post that's wide open. Is he going to get a completion?
Oh,
Is
he
he
did
just
not.
outside of the fingertips of number 5, Tyler Parker.
Yeah, he burnt the defense on that one, but it was just a bit outside.
That was a great play-action look by the quarterback. He saw the safety sitting flat-footed in the middle of the field, knew that the post was open, and they just didn't quite get it complete. All right, we've got another lackluster punt here from Tift County, and it is rolling backwards. And number 17, Mike Taylor, is going to get that ball down. Marietta 1st and 10 on their own 45.
And I was literally just about to point out how, if nothing else, Tift County was able to reverse the field position, but because of the, as you said, lackluster punt, Marietta has taken over again with very good field position at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's tough to reverse field on somebody with 10-yard punt. But that was a good drive for them, establishing the run, getting the ball 25 yards downfield.
It was an illegal shift on, looks like it was a legal shift on that punt. Oh, illegal substitution, excuse me, I'm sorry.
You know, they lined up real fast, almost like it was going to be a surprise punt, even though everybody knew they were bringing the punt team out. So I suppose Marietta's going to make them do this again, see if they can execute.
No, they took the 5 yards, so now Marietta has the ball at the 50.
All right, Marietta lining up with a fullback at the top of your screen from the bottom hash. We got some procedural penalties
False
here.
start.
Marietta was given a little play-action look there, trying to attack them deep in the field on that play, and they didn't get an opportunity to execute with a false start.
So with the false start there, they're starting back where the pump was down in the first place.
Exactly.
But now it'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah.
And honestly, that may have been a good first false start for them, because it looked like the quarterback was under pressure immediately.
All right, Marietta in trips to the top of your screen. We got a shift blitz from the Tift County defense, and Tyler Hughes is running to the bottom of your screen, hash number sideline, getting out of bounds.
Late hit.
Got about 10 yards back and a late hit. Looks like that's going to cost Tift County some yardage.
Yeah, that was a good job by Marietta quarterback, just scrambling and getting in the first down. Unfortunately about the late hit. I mean, it's good for Marietta as far as penalty-wise, but, you know, that quarterback was under duress right from the snap. The big defensive lineman from Tift County
trying
got
to see
through,
his
like,
number.
as if nobody was there blocking him. But
He came through, was about to crush the buildings. You're exactly right.
So that'll be something to keep an eye on throughout the night to see if they're able to figure out a scheme to block that big man.
And Coach Morgan's got a chance to talk to the offense to put a play in towards the sideline. When that play clock gets started, they're going to have to line up and go at it.
That was big number 95, Tyree West. He is signed to Georgia. I believe he is an all-state player and will be playing at Georgia next year. So he is one that to watch out for, and he has already kind of made his presence known despite not making the tackle.
All right, Marietta mixing it up with 5 wide receivers in the play, going jet motion back to the open part of the field, looking for a screen. We got ourselves some laundry on the field. Don't know if this play's going to be called back or if it's going to be first down inside the red zone.
One flag was definitely going to be a face mask. I'm not sure what the first flag was on.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like there may be some offsetting penalties. That flag came out right at the beginning, so it's probably going to be not a false start, but a hold. No, it came out immediately, so I'm thinking we were not set correctly. I can't say the phrase. Illegal formation. That's what I was trying to say.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let the people that get paid for it tell us what it is, right?
We'll say what we think, and they'll tell us what it is.
Yeah, I saw that flag came out immediately, so I was like, well, it wasn't false start, and I didn't see anybody offsides.
Both of these teams are coming into the first round of the playoffs with 6-4 record, and you can see from the pace of play that they have been battle tested and are ready to go here in the first round of the GHS 7A football playoffs. All right, Marietta's going to give a different look to Tift County with a bunch trips to the bottom of your screen. Going to motion into a wide look. Straight drop back pass, throw into a wheel route.
He's open.
Great pass to Cameron Perry for his second touchdown of the game, and we are officially 7 minutes into the game.
That was really good pass protection. I don't know if you guys noticed. It wasn't just here. You can see on the Cawthorne Nora instant replay. Look at the pass protection up front that allows him to complete that long pass to Cameron Perry. And Marietta is in position to go up 14-0.
Yeah, that was a great block by number 51 at right guard, Anthony Jean Lopez, making sure the defensive tackle for Tift County wasn't able to get in there. That's a long developing play, too, throwing a wheel route to the wide side of the field.
They needed that protection. Yeah. They had to hold up.
Well, so far, 2 possessions apiece, and we've got a 2 touchdown spread in the game, and the difference is finishing the execution. Tift County had a incomplete pass on a post route that would have been a touchdown in the last possession, and Marietta was able to complete the wide open wheel route here in the last possession for a touchdown. And that's going to be the difference in this game, is who is going to be able to finish execution.
Not to mention, the field position has played a big part in this game so far, as Marietta has been able to pin Tift County deep and has started each possession almost at half field.
It's true, but watching our 8th game at Northcutt Stadium, special teams haven't tended to be a great aspect of the Marietta team this year, but they're paying off so far tonight. Tift is going to return the ball from the 5-yard line. They're going past the 20 and tackled at the 22-yard line. It's getting a little chippy out there. Davion Hall with another special teams tackle. Didn't lose his helmet this time. I guess he learned how to get that chin strap fastened.
Yeah, they're definitely flying on the ball in that kickoff. Right now, Marietta still has to bounce in their step. You can kind of see Tift County is a little bit deflated being down 14-0. But, go back on their last drive. Even though that was an incomplete pass, that's still a confidence builder because, hey, guess what? I know we were primary run, but we were running a pass play, and we're able to get behind the defense. So that could build some confidence, see if it materializes anything for Tift County.
All right, let's see if we see a sweep look and inside counter play with their quarterback. Tift gets 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7. Tackled by Carlos Cervantes.
A senior who leads the county, I believe, in tackles for Marietta with 119, 2nd in the county. I believe that's now 120.
All right, Tift, end over to the top of your screen, under center, dive play, handoff, and he is met by a host of Blue Devils, starting with Carlos Fontes.
Carlos is trying to build on that 120.
121.
I tell you what, it's going to be tough to run that inside dive on that zero technique. Broderick Tommy and Carlos Cervantes, they're a couple of really tough run stoppers right there in those A gaps for Marietta. You can notice on that play, Tift ran a sweep fake to the wide side, to the top of your screen, and came back underneath with a counter with the quarterback. Quarterback keeper. He's trying to find the edge. We get a great job by the quarterback for Marietta right there.
Good tough run.
Number 2, Davion Hall, playing cornerback instead of safety tonight. That's a little bit of a wrinkle that we haven't seen this season.
All right, there's the Cawthorne Owen replay. And there it is. Just picked it up. Good play fake, or excuse me, good read on the option. And picks up the first down.
All right, another dive play to Zach Carter, and it is stopped for a 1-yard gain for Tift County.
Once again, proving they can move the ball. Let's see if they're able to complete the drive.
Well, so far it's really, when you have a 90% run team against the defense, that first down is really going to dictate things for you. And Tift is, other than that one big run, I guess that was a second down run, they haven't gotten much yardage on first down plays, so it's really limiting second down what they have open in their playbook.
Accurate.
End over to the bottom of your screen, running dive read option.
They also keep false starting.
Well, they're hyped up. You got to remember, you're trying to get 15 to 18-year-olds to do the right thing, and these coaches have had 14 weeks of it, and it's still difficult.
Well, not to mention, Tift County had some down years, hadn't won a lot of region games, hadn't won a region game before since 2018, and this is their first foray into the playoffs for a while, so I'm sure there's some nerves over there as well.
We got to say that the head coach for Tift County, Noel Dean, has done a great job this season putting Tift into the playoffs in his first season at Tift County. Tift with a little short outside screen pass to number 8, Zach Carter, to bring up 3rd and 3. This is a manageable situation for them.
Yeah, Zach did a good job actually catching that and making one kind of miss a little bit to get a couple more yards to put up a 3rd and manageable.
All right, we got 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen are just already out there, not part of the play. I wonder if this is going to be a run play. All right.
You are correct, sir.
Yep. Little cross zone read. The quarterback, Jackson Strickland, was so quick on that. You wonder if that was a quarterback keeper with a fake on that, or if he actually read that play.
They are going for it on 4th down and 1.
Yeah, I was going to say this is an interesting situation. I mean, Marietta scored on every drive, and at first I thought they were going to go for it, but hey, looks like they bring on the punt team and say, hey, let's split the field position, hopefully in this situation, and then see what our defense can do.
I've got to question this decision. They've had 2 tough punts already, and they're bringing on this punt team real quick onto the field to try and
execute.
They did a fake, and
that was a fake.
There's a flag on the play.
With a procedural.
If it stood, they would have gotten the first down. But
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made that point, because I was going to ask, if the punter is struggling the way he is, do you think you might as well go for it if it's only going to be a 10 to 15-yard punt anyway?
Well, obviously they decided not to, and you can tell that that's a play fake.
They waved the flag off.
Luckily from us up here on the field, we can see that those 3 personal protectors were at about 3.5 yards, where normally they're at 7 or 8 yards, and that is a ding, ding, ding indicator this is going to be a fake, because they're not going to be able to block the rushers if they're at 3 yards.
Right.
But they can run the ball. All right. Tackle over to the top side of your field, running zone read with a fumble, and who's going to get on top of this?
I believe the Marietta Blue Devils did, as Daniel Martin runs from the pile with the ball.
Yeah, you kind of hate to see that for Tift County. You know, they convert a fake punt for a first down, and the very next play is a fumble. And
On the Cawthorn Nora and Owen replay, there it is. The did not get the handoff off, and Daniel Martin jumps right on the football.
All right, Marietta's offense is on the field. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Running back is flat, indicating this is going to be a straight pass play. And Tift has dropped into a 4-2. Tyler Hughes looking for the back shoulder pass, a little incomplete with it on the timing of that with Christian Martin.
And
bring up
again,
2nd and 10.
Tyree West makes his presence known in the Marietta offensive backfield.
He is a beast. He just drove the lineman all the way back to the quarterback and interrupted that pass.
Yeah, their best hope is that he isn't in shape.
Right. It didn't look like there was much technique there. It looks like, hey, he just bulldozed him back.
Yeah, he's just bull rushing, play in and play out, and
all right, Marietta's got a tight end. Has gone to a 5 wide receiver set with motion. We're looking for an underneath double screen, and we got that ball to Christian Mathis. He has found a seam on the outside to get a first down, and there's some laundry in the area of holding.
Going to be offsetting penalties.
Yeah.
There's going to be a hold on Marietta and a late hit on Tift County, I think.
Well, definitely about the hold. Tift County, they were already throwing their hands up. Hey, flag, 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 you're holding me. And of course, Will, you saw that yourself. So,
well, that's been one of the definite parts of needs improvements for the Marietta Blue Devils offense this season. They usually have such a great complement of their screen game to their deep passing game, and it's just something we haven't seen really click well this year. I was hoping they would have everything locked away for the playoff game, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I thought that was a late hit, but now it looks like they both just called the hold.
Well, when it's that obvious, you gotta throw it. All right, trips into the boundary, bottom of your screen. Let's see if we're going to run inside zone. Ooh. And a 2-yard gain for Melvin Alexander, met by a host of Tift County Blue Devils by Sean Lindsay and
Josh Singleton.
Bernard Tyndall.
And Tyler Parker.
Was it Tyler?
Bernard Tyndall.
Bernard came in there with a hit stick at the end.
Going to bring up 3rd and 10. And it looks like Marietta is going to go into the 2nd quarter with the 14-0 lead.
A little bit of a change of pace for Marietta on this drive, trying to incorporate lateral screen games and run plays with a little 14-point cushion. Trying to get some plays that are going to keep that clock rolling this early in the game. I don't know if that's the best way to go about it. I think they should keep their foot down on the pedal and just run their offense. But
I think the screen game may be an adjustment because Mr. Tyree has been in the backfield the entire game.
Yes, if you start running those screens, that's going to slow them down just a little bit. That's what they're anticipating or hoping to happen. But we'll see as the game goes along.
Mr. West has been going north in our in the Marietta backfield all game.
Well, I'll definitely say this about the Tift County defense. They've only had 2 bad plays.
Yes.
Accurate.
And those were both touchdowns.
Accurate.
This front 6 that they have looks to be very aggressive and reading their keys at a high level.
And large. They're large. Those are some large linemen.
All right, Marietta at the top of your screen with 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. And we got an adjustment from the coach on the sideline. The top receivers are stacking, and they weren't set up for a second.
Yeah, there's been a lot of laundry on the field so far in this game.
Well, it's the playoffs, and so at this point in the season, you are expected to know what you are supposed to do and what you are not.
Right. Exactly. So, and that's what I'm saying. At this time of the year, you don't really expect to see this many penalties, but also it is a playoff game. A lot of excitement out there. So,
All right, Marietta stacked receivers to the top of your screen, and there's another procedural penalty.
False start again.
Coach Morgan is not happy. He disagrees with that.
It's going to be third and forever, ever.
2 seconds into the second quarter, we have 2 penalties.
And you're obviously well out of the do it in 4 down territory. There aren't too many plays in anyone's playbooks for 3rd and 20. Let's see what Marietta comes up with here. If they've already got punting decided in the back pocket for 4th down. Got a fullback in, 2 receivers to the top of your screen, sprint out to the wide side of the field. Completion to Christian Mathis on the hitch route at the bottom of your screen, and that is going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Marietta Blue Devils. They are on the positive side of the 50-yard line.
And that's a good job by the penalties helped them out a little bit, but good job by the Tift County defense. They were actually lined up kind of tight, but as soon as the ball was snapped, they did the bailout. Not saying that Marietta was running a 20-yard route. They weren't doing that, but they did take away some options that Tyler may have had.
All right, Marietta is going to bring the punt team out. Let's see if they can move the field or if special teams woes are going to continue for kicking teams. Good snap, good driving kick. It is fielded. And we've got a missed block, and that is Jackson Strickland, the quarterback, who was catching that ball there. So we know who Tift's athlete is. He's going to touch the ball every play on offense now.
Clearly. Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's not that odd if you run a veer offense because your quarterback is basically an extra running back.
They're taking lots of hits, right?
Right. So there's it ain't really a nice way to say it. He's getting hit, so.
All right, trips to the top of your screen for Tift County. Wing back to the bottom. We got a false start by the
Tift County.
And that's the. That was the tackle over spot that's coming down. That's a
guard tackle. Yeah.
Serious. All he's doing is down blocking and going to a linebacker. What are you going too fast for? You can see everybody is very pumped up for this on the field's very pumped up for this first round football game.
They are. Bit of nerves there too.
All right, same formation for Tift. They're going to run a counter to the wide side of the field. That is a great job by your running back, Zach Carter, staying behind his pulling guard and waiting for a seam to open up. And Marietta just didn't give him 2 inches of space there, and they're able to stretch it out for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Daniel Martin just kept his outside leverage and was able to wrap him up. And you said he got a 1-yard gain, but it's again 2nd and long for the Tift County Blue Devils.
All right, Tift in the same formation, motion and jet sweep to the wide side of the field. Let's see if Marietta can rally to the ball. That's Carlos Cervantes coming all the way from middle linebacker position to make that tackle. And I tell you what, he is getting that because number 17, Devin Clark, the cornerback, is keeping outside contained on number 8 right there you see on the replay. And it allows Carlos Cervantes to just come in like a wrecking ball and make that tackle.
Yeah, the Marietta linebacker's flying everywhere tonight, isn't he?
Accurate.
All right, Tift's got 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. They're going to go play action, looking for a post route and a flats.
Oh, nice.
Ball sailed, but that is a missed tackle. And that is a great reception by number 80, Antavio Pierce.
Yeah, that was a great spin move to the outside.
Yeah, he adjusted to a little bit of a floater pass, caught it, was able to make a jab step and spin move in the open field.
Yeah, Jace Arnold was able to deliver a good lick, but it was about 15, 20 yards downfield. So once again, Tift County is moving the football.
Yep, tackle over to the bottom of your screen on the wide side, running back to the bottom of your screen. We got double pull to the top, and the running back stays right behind. He's got the 3 yards that he's looking for in this veer offense. And as you can see, there's not much of a difference between success and failure on the first down. 2nd and 8, that's a failure on the first down. 2nd and 7, that's a win on first down. That's what they want, is to be 3 yards at least on every run play, and that means that on 4 downs you get a first down.
Yep.
All right, they're lined up with a way overload to the bottom of your screen. And that is a great job by Nakari Ashley, number 18. Free safety playing like a defensive end there for Marietta, squeezing down on that dive read play.
Gain of 1 yard, that's a loss.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
I get it.
I tell you what, you don't normally see a guy with biceps that small playing defensive end in 7A football, but he made the tackle, didn't he?
Oh, he made a sure tackle too.
He did, wrapped him all the way up.
Just proves you don't have to have that many muscles.
All right, we got a balanced formation by Tift County, and they are going into a swinging gate. Got to make sure that you have the center covered because he is eligible on this play. And the quarterback's just going to keep it with one blocker, and that play is busted up. That's a great job by Marietta's defense to get into the right alignment when they do that shift from the offense.
Yeah, the Marietta defense was not fooled, or they did not expect that.
Yeah, you didn't see any panic on there.
Not at all.
Defense.
They moved and they moved.
It's a real simple situation to prepare for at practice. What you're really hoping as the opposing team is that Marietta spends too much time during the week going over that. Maybe they don't get some of the other stuff you're going. 4th and 3 here. We got a counter play by Tift.
Oh, tough run.
And
He did not get that.
A little bit of hesitation by Zach Carter there. You saw the previous plays. He's been patient, stayed behind his pulling linemen, and on this play, he got in front of them. Let's watch the replay. He gets in front of his 2 pullers because number 58, Manuel Olatane, blows up the pulls. And now there's nobody leading into the hole, and he's only going to find blue jerseys.
That's right, and that's all he did find. That's accurate. And once again, Marietta takes over with very good field position. I don't think Marietta has started past its own 40-yard line.
All right, 2 wide receivers on each side of the screen. Straight drop back pass.
That's batted.
And we got that batted down, trying to throw to the outside hitch route. Number 6, Christian Mathis, just standing out there not getting the ball.
And let's just say Marietta hasn't started from behind, in front of their own 40.
All right, we got the receivers stacked, sprint out. We got a hitch corner. Make sure both feet are in, and we've got ourselves a 3rd and 4 here. Completion to Christian Mathis. That's just a little smash concept on the sprint out. Outside receiver runs a hitch, and the inside slot receiver runs a corner route, and the corner can't be right. You either take the deep or the shallow. Corner was playing off. The hitch is open. Throw it. All right, trips to the top of your screen. Tift is blitzing, and Tyler Hughes throws into the blitz to Camden Overton. The big-bodied receiver is lumbering and stumbling down in almost to the 20-yard line for a first down for Marietta.
That was a nice read and a nice catch and a nice run. You'll see it here on the Carthon Nora Owens replay.
There's some laundry on the field, though, and it's against the Marietta Blue Devils, so that's going to be coming back.
That is unfortunate for them. I'll tell you what, that is a good sign on that play. Tyler Hughes was able to read the man coverage, throw to the inside slot receiver on the slant, but most importantly that you might not have seen on that play was the Marietta offensive lineman picked up all 6 of those defensive players blitzing.
They did.
Which means that not only did each of the 5 linemen hold up their blocks, but the running back was able to come in and get their responsibility.
Accurate. I noticed that too. They brought heavy pressure and they connected on the hot route, but Tyler was under no pressure despite that blitz.
And it was a well-timed blitz too. They were all 6 at the line of scrimmage on the snap. All right, Marietta lined up with Camden Overton at tight end on the bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers to the top. Straight drop back pass with a little flare route to the running back.
Stepped out.
And it looks like he is out of bounds a little earlier than the contact on the 47-yard line. So this is 4th and 7. What's Marietta going to choose to do here? I got a feeling like they're going to go for this 4th and 7. And the metrics in high school football say that about 4th and 8 is where the dividing line is between average yards on a successful play versus not having a realistic chance of getting a 4th down conversion. All right, Tift is showing cover 1, dropping into cover 4, and Tyler Hughes is going to
he did not get it. Good job by the Tift County defense.
Yeah.
Number 13, Bubba Ellis.
That is a great Region 1 football name right there.
Yes.
It is. And again, a good job by Tift County. They brought the defense out. Looks like they dropped someone back to actually field the punt. Saw the offense back out there, had the right personnel, and was able to make that adjustment and make the stop.
And due to that defensive stop, Tift County actually has their best starting field position of the game.
Let's see what they can do with it. They're lining up heavy on the offensive line. 2 tight ends, a wing back, and a running back in a 3-point stance. 1 wide receiver. Play action. Look into the single receiver. He is covered. This is going to be an interception by number 17, Devin Clark. And he returns the ball about 3 yards on an 18-yard run.
He was not open at any point in that play.
No, I think that was just, hey, we're going to go to our biggest receiver and just see what he can do. And unfortunately, the pass was right down the center. Probably should have thrown a little bit more towards the sideline, make a little more one-on-one situation, take that safety out of the position. But, good job by Marietta defense. They saw it, and then more importantly, the ball was right to him, and he caught the ball.
He caught the ball like a punt. Look at this.
I think that's one of the tough things with this Veer offense is you bring in 2 tight ends and a fullback. You're really, really showing run. And then the corner and the safety play pass, you've only got one option to go to. The only other thing that you can do in high school, because there are grounding penalties, is take a sack.
That's true. Because he was under pressure as well.
All right, 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen with the fullback, and the pass to the fullback is incomplete. Got Coach Morgan down on the Marietta sidelines a little angry. I don't think that was the play he had called.
No, he did not look happy.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, it looked like Marietta had a wide receiver that was wide open on that play.
All right, back into a 4 wide receiver set, balanced on each side, stacked at the top of your screen. We're getting a sprint out with a hitch corner look. Why not keep doing it? It's worked on every sprint out so far. That's 3 in a row. The hitch has been open. Keep throwing that hitch for 6 to 10 yards. You're sprinting to it. It becomes shorter and shorter when you're sprinting out. And eventually that corner over top is going to
start biting.
Yeah.
And you don't call it hitch and go.
Yeah, Marietta's taking what Tift County's giving them.
Honestly, it's also going to open a motion out for the running back to run a wheel route behind that hitch and a post with the inside receiver. But we'll see if the offense has that in yet. Ooh, got ourselves a tricky offensive look by Marietta, running 4 wide receivers into the boundary. And they were trying to get to the screen, and Tyler Hughes is just being an athlete, running to the top of your screen to get a first down for Marietta.
Yeah, good job by Marietta quarterback turning something into nothing. Turning nothing into something, rather. Because not only did he stumble, but he was fast enough to, gain his composure and get the first down for Marietta.
I'm going to be honest, I thought that was the play. I thought the play, not to stumble, I thought the play was for him to fake the screen and then take off to the backside because there was nobody over there.
Well, I think that's just a defensive brain fart right there. I mean, if you don't have anybody with outside
Yeah, there's nobody over there.
That's tough. All right, 2 running backs in for Marietta, 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Sprint out again, single wide receiver route, running the wheel route on the curl.
Oh,
great timing between Christian Mathis and Tyler Hughes to cut that route off and make it look like a back shoulder throw, even though it was a duck.
Yeah, no, that's a great job. That's a great adjustment by Christian Mathis. Look at this.
I mean, that pass was going south for the winner.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's a great adjustment by Christian Mathis to recognize that the ball was not going to be as far as anticipated.
And that was good coverage by number 22, Jamorian Brown on that play. He just got beat by timing. Yeah, Tyler Hughes with an iffy decision right here, sprinting out from the pressure and trying to throw the ball in the vicinity of his receiver and not get a grounding call. That's...
Yeah, could have just thrown that one out of bounds, but I want to shout out to Jalen Frazier, who did a great job of pass protection on that last play. He did a good job of just standing up the defensive end who would not be denied. Just kept coming, but he stood in there and held his own.
All right, Marietta with stacked receivers here on both sides of the ball. I was going to call a timeout from Camden. We haven't seen that formation. I was going to give them a little bit of trouble. They're staying in that cover one man look, and Marietta stacks those receivers half a yard apart. You've got to make sure that you're playing depth correctly in the defensive backfield and know who your assignments are man-to-man, because they're going to go inside-outside releases and try and confuse you by getting two of you on the same man.
Drexel, what are you expecting on this drive from the Marietta offense with 5:19 left? Are you kind of expecting them to maybe try to bleed that, not quote unquote bleed that clock down, but take their time and try to score with a little time on the clock? Or do you expect them to maybe kind of try to go for the juggler? Because they have a tendency to do both, and Coach Morgan likes to switch it up, or not switch it up, but he kind of, lets the game dictate. So what are you expecting?
As right now, I mean, Marietta defense has been playing very well throughout the game. I don't see Coach Morgan trying to get the clock down as much as possible. I think the job is to score. Let's put them back out there, see if we can stop them. Let's see if we can score again. So, I'm expecting them to just run the normal offense, not slow anything down.
I think you're getting a look by alignment where they're going to go. Marietta's going to go to Christian Mathis in the one-on-one coverage up top here. They're getting help, but that's underneath. Oh, okay. They're bringing number 3, Lucky Smith, out to give press coverage to Christian Mathis. They're changing the route decision right here.
That's a hold.
Yeah, that's a bad hold by the Marietta offensive line on a 4-man rush by Tift County.
Josh Singleton again, big man, big number 24, bringing a lot of pressure and forced that hold.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tift actually gave that double coverage look at top, but I mean, as soon as the ball snapped, the DB underneath actually kind of came in, so they probably shouldn't have changed the play, but I understand them change it based off the look that they've received.
I saw that too. I was thinking the same thing, like he's actually not double covered.
Well, you got to remember it's high school football, so you take away that inside leverage of a guy that's lined up 20 yards outside. That outside throw is an awfully long pass.
Accurate. I forgot Marietta was on the right hash, so that's accurate.
All right, 4 wide receivers, 2nd and 28. Throw into the hitch route, see if Christian Mathis can make a man miss, and he doesn't. That is a great tackle by number 22, Zamorian Brown. He's played real well tonight so far in the secondary.
Hasn't given up anything. I mean, the hitch has been there, but that they clearly, that's been the defensive game plan, is to let them have that and not get beat and kind of force Marietta to work that ball down the field.
Yeah, if I was Tift County, I'd give up the shorter passes and have it be death by 1,000 cuts. Hey, yeah, you might complete that 6-yard pass, but guess what? Each one of those times, you're going to have to deal with our pass rush.
Accurate.
All right, a little play action, sprint out, look back for Tyler Hughes on the backside post route. And that
good
ball
defense.
is floated with 2 wide receivers, incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good job by the Tift defense. Questionable decision by the Marietta quarterback to throw that cross body down the center of the field. They were fortunate that wasn't picked
And
off.
there is a flag on the play. It looks like number 12 from Tift County, Jonta Strozier, said something the referee didn't care for.
Yeah, if you look tonight, I mean, it's been a little bit chippy on both ends of the ball after the plays. Nothing too serious, but it's like that time it went a little bit too far for the refs, and they needed to call something. Keep control of the game.
Yeah, because I believe there were 2 unsportsmanlike offsetting, but then number 12 said something the ref didn't like, and that was the unsportsmanlike. That was the 3rd one, which makes it actually 15. Is that an automatic first down in high school?
I haven't read the book this year.
Well, we will
Yeah,
find
as
out.
we asked the question, we both looked at you. And you just
We
sat
really-
there drinking your Coke.
I don't know.
I'm taking my 20-second union break.
Fair enough, fair enough. Looks like there's still some discussion.
And the referees are walking this off, 15-yarder. The pylons are staying where they are. The down marker is moving, and there's
It
your
is not an
answer.
automatic
It
first
is.
down. No, it's
Wow.
30 yards and penalty.
Oh, wow.
It's
Oh, it wasn't offsetting. It was 2 on them, on Tift County. Oh,
that's-
wow.
I mean, that's unfortunate for the defense. They're putting themselves in a very bad situation.
Especially, like we just commenting, we were just commenting on how well they played despite being down by 14 points.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate move right there. Aggressiveness and technique, they've been doing great, and then you get into trouble. All right, throwing it to the slot or the bottom receiver for a touchdown right there, a post into the slot to number 6, Christian Mathis again.
And Drexel, you were right. They went straight for the attack. I mean, obviously helped by 30 yards and penalties, but they went straight for the end zone.
Well, you get down there that close in about 15, 20 yards, it's real hard for that safety to play the seam on both sides. So run a skinny post to the outside receiver, and it's just wide open because the free safety can't play that much yardage on that short of a field.
Now, we talked about, let's get this extra point in.
All right, 5 men coming for
There you
Tift
go.
County, and that is good.
So now we talked about this. If Tift County, being a run-heavy offense, what do they do in a situation they get down? And right now, they're in that situation, down 21-0 with 4:50 left in the half.
So I think they went to the strictly veer late in the season. I saw them play Worth County, and their first region game was against Lowndes. And in both of those, they were lining up in shotgun still and in pistol sets. So I think we're going to see them come out and maybe get into a little bit of that shotgun or try to run hurry-up veer. I think those are the only 2 options they have at this point.
Yeah, I expect them to come out on this drive at least and try to continue to establish that run. But if they don't get a score and Marietta is able to score again, then you're looking at you have to pass territory.
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep running the ball because the worst thing that can happen to them right now is 3 incomplete passes and then
correct.
give the ball back and potentially be down by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, so I think they're going to really try to establish that run and basically try to take this last 4 minutes and 50 seconds to cut it back down to 14 points.
Yeah, as Marietta calls a timeout on the kickoff, you don't see that often. And,
You do not.
and obviously, I don't think Coach Morgan wanted to call that because he does not look happy.
No, and you can see what the minimum acceptable standard is for Rich Morgan down there on the sideline. He's up 21-0 in the second quarter of a state playoff game, yelling at his kickoff team because he didn't like the way they were lined up. It's that kind of attitude that led Marietta to win in the state championship 2 years ago in 2019, beating Tift's Region 1 counterpart in Lowndes County, who's playing tonight as well, playing a home game.
So after the brief timeout, Marietta is back to kick off the ball. don't know what Coach Morgan said.
All right, we've got a deep driving ball down to the numbers inside the 10. It is fumbled. Great
Nice
block by
Nice
number
block. He's still- they still
5,
blocking.
Tyler Parker.
Yeah, that was a very nice block.
He
That was the
is,
highlight of
yes.
that kickoff return.
Yeah, it was.
He's the reason that got some positive yardage
Yes.
there for Tift County. He unloaded on the Marietta.
He did. That was an incredible block. You don't see another thing you don't see a lot of, Drex, pancake blocks on the kickoff returns.
Oh my God.
But that was one. We definitely saw it.
All right, you see Marietta's starting to line up in their traditional wing T defense in a 5-2, really slanting the offensive line.
That's
and
not-
look, this is and that's got to be intentional grounding. There was no wide receiver
there was
over there.
nobody
there is
over
no
there.
out of pocket rule in high school.
You just mentioned that
So they
earlier.
have to throw that flag there. But this is part of the problem. You get into a situation where the different offensive formations, they aren't cohesive. You've been running shotgun. Maybe you weren't successful in the first half of the season. You go to the veer under center, and then now when you're in a situation where you need to be in the shotgun, you've been practicing under center for 3 weeks, you get a bad snap.
And not only that, it was, obviously there was a penalty because that's a loss of down too. That's the first incompletion.
Yeah.
But we said that one thing that Tift County didn't need was 3 straight incompletions. They came out and had one that is now second and 20.
It down,
A loss of
15-yard
yeah.
penalty. That's a tough way to start this drive. And they're lined up going back under center with an end over look to the top of your screen. Straight drop back pass, trying to throw to the single.
Wow.
Tackle by number 10, Ellis Reed.
Oh my goodness! Is that a sack? Was that a sack? Did he get
No,
positive
it-
yardage?
No, he was up positive yardage there, but
Wow!
Ellis Reed did not go with that little step
Boom.
right there, and he just
Walloped
He
it.
just took out Jackson Strickland. I don't know how many times more times he's going to want to run to number 10 inside.
Yeah. I mean, he's being Jackson has been getting hit pretty tough tonight. I mean, this just shows how tough he is as a quarterback, as an athlete. I mean, he's still in there. He's still, doing what he needs to do to try to get his team a score on the board. So.
All right, 3rd and 18, jet sweep motion to the top of your screen. Play fake, sprint out to the top of your screen, and that is incomplete on the curl route.
So
That's a tough curl route to complete. You got to the wide side of the field. You're on the bottom hash. You're throwing a curl route that's 15 yards at the numbers. That's a 40-yard pass that's going 15 yards.
Yeah, and he was disrupted as well by Daniel Martin right on his tail. He had to let it go.
By the way,
That's
it's
the
that
third.
4-2 that I've been hoping Marietta's going to run, bringing Daniel Martin down to play defensive end. We know he's going to play linebacker at a Power 5 school next year. But it sure is nice to see him at defensive end for a few snaps at the high school level.
And by the way, what we did mention, they didn't have 3 incompletions. They had 2 and a quarterback run for 0 yards.
Right, and that wasn't a design run.
Exactly.
The pass was just taken away. He tried to make something out of nothing, but Marietta was able to capitalize and make the stop. And now the offense has the ball again, and with a chance to kind of try to score again before halftime.
I'd be really surprised here if we don't see either a double post or a wheel route to try and get a touchdown on this play. They're going to line up in the trip set. Maybe see if the one-on-one with Christian Mathis at the top of your screen is open for a play call, and it does seem to be. They're going to motion to take the underneath out over there, and he's going straight to the top side of that.
Oh, my
Underneath
goodness.
to Cameron Perry, and he made a man miss. Number 7, Javon King, is staying right there on his heels to make the touchdown-saving tackle. That's a great effort play by that
Look at
young
this
man.
replay here. He read that, too. Look at that. He said, oh, no, look at the inside. And then Cameron Perry did the rest.
Cameron Perry's having himself a good night
He is.
for Marietta.
All right, Marietta's going to go with a quad set at the bottom of your screen. Let's make sure 4 wide receivers. This is a little trips bunch. Below the line, we're going to get an outside inside. Throwing to number 8, Zuri Johnson, incomplete. That's another one of those by alignment plays right there, okay? You're going to bunch the trips up with a single receiver down at the bottom of the screen. That's one-on-one. Let's go ahead and go to the fade. Zuri Johnson wasn't quite able to get good leverage and got pushed to the sideline.
Yeah.
Made that pocket real small for Tyler Hughes to try and fit it in.
Zamorian Brown, with really good coverage, stayed right in his hip pocket. And like you said, didn't allow him to get inside to make a play. And so Tyler kind of had to just try to put that on the outside where only he could get it.
All right, number 29, Jalen Frazier, who had that great pass block pickup earlier in the game. He's in the same position here.
Another false start.
And you can see Marietta was going with a play action and a post route to number 2, Luke Morgan. The safety was there, though, so I don't begrudge them for blowing
What is that, like the 10th or 12th penalty? It's got to be like the 7th or 8th false start alone between the two teams.
All right, we got bunch trips way down at the bottom of your field, outside the hash. Let's see if we're going to get a double slant post.
Ooh, the big man just
And there he is.
ragdolls.
Tyree West going north again in the Marietta backfield.
Yeah, just ragdoll Tyler Hughes down.
He did. He did. Here's on the Cawthorn Orange instant
Look at
replay.
him. Look.
Just comes through,
This
crushes the
bulldozer.
building, says,
Look
come
at it.
here.
Look, there was no technique on that. He just went up and get out my way.
Deboed him.
Him and number 51, Anthony Jean Lopez, I think are a little bit different size over there for Marietta. That's,
Yes.
Just a bit.
Bro, he threw him like a small child.
As you can see, Marietta's gone with a change on the offensive line there. All right, showing blitz back and back out. Tyler Hughes has time. Let's see if he can make a play here. He made a man miss. But we've got
Number 20.
some good blocks by the offensive line. Tyler, go back to the bottom of your screen, gaining about 5 yards on that play.
Good coverage deep.
That's great coverage by Tift County, and that's a great job by Marietta's offensive line, not blocking in the back with Tyler Hughes dancing around like Michael
Here on the
Vick
replay,
back
you'll see
there.
it. Look, good job by 29. Whoop! And then here you are, like you said, no block on the back.
And you look at him; he just posts up like he's posting a screen.
Jalen Frazier
yeah.
again, great pass pro.
All right, Marietta, 4th and 25.
No, I don't believe this is about to happen.
This is going to be it's got to be a double post at the bottom of your screen, right? There's 1 post, 2 posts, and there didn't get enough
They're just throwing it
separation.
there.
So they ran the double post, but the inside slot receiver has got to go across to the top hash on your screen to open it up for the outside receiver on the post. Because if they just run the double post like they're a couple of, like it's Madden or something, there's not enough separation in the secondary for Tyler Hughes to be able to fit anything in there.
Tift County's defense did his job. It held serve, and they're hoping that the offense is able to capitalize on something. And with minute 51 left, we'll see what they do. If they decide to pass or they decide just to run the ball.
Honestly, I thought they were going to. I thought Tyler was going to pooch punt the ball. I did not think he was actually going to kick that.
All right, shotgun for Tift County, and they've got 10 men on the field, so they're going to need somebody to get out there to make 11.
There he is. Oh, little fumble.
And another bad snap in the
that was
in the
not
shotgun.
a good decision.
Yep, and there's the flag.
Is that a
legal man downfield?
Gotcha. Yep. Good call. Good eye, Drexel.
I'm all right sometimes. Every now and then.
I don't think you're expecting Jackson Strickland to spread out to the bottom of your screen away from all the receivers and then make a decision to throw the ball when he's about a half yard from the line of scrimmage there.
Yep. You can't really blame the linemen. They're doing what they thought was the correct thing. They saw their quarterback pull the ball down.
All right, let's see. Marietta's in a 4-line front. 2 wide receivers at the top. 3 wide receivers with the motion at the top of your screen for Tift County. And they're doing a quarterback buck sweep. Pulled 2 running backs, and Emmanuel Ongletane with the tackle there, defensive end, 2-way player for Marietta. Really playing tough.
Here on the replay, see the quarterback pulls it down, and he just scrapes down the line and makes the tackle.
He's getting on number 83, Calvin Brown's back, trying to push him into a block right there, going a little bit slow, being that second puller on the backside. All right, we got ourselves a tight end, a wing, 2 receivers, and the running back to the bottom of your screen. I wonder where the ball's going to go.
It's a key.
Nowhere.
And it still went to the bottom of the screen, and there was nothing there. They double pulled and didn't crack block with all of the edge offensive players there. They're going to be somebody unaccounted for.
Daniel Martin came through untouched. I believe he was the one that was unaccounted for, because he came through untouched and blew that play up almost immediately.
Yeah, Tift County, they're really just trying to get in the half, but Marietta's like, no, we're going to call some timeouts. They want to try to get on the board.
They want the ball back to run that double post correctly.
Yeah. It's funny you said Madden, because it's kind of like Madden, where it's like you call those timeouts even with a few seconds left, because Coach Morgan is clearly confident in his offense and wants to get another touchdown and really take Tift County out of their comfort zone and make them have to pass the ball in the second half.
Yeah, Lindsey, when you asked Drexel earlier if the score differential was enough that Coach Morgan was going to slow down the offense a little bit, I was going to tell you that in my experience watching him coach over the last 6 years, there is no lead that's big enough unless you're in the fourth quarter.
Okay, I can see that.
First 3 quarters, you're going to, it's a lot like old Steve Spurrier in the 90s. Hey, my job's to score touchdowns on offense. Mm-hmm. All right, we got a play action, sprint out to the top of your screen, telling the wide receiver to go deep.
Oh, he got it. He got it.
To number 17, Mike Taylor with
there's a flag.
A great adjustment on that throw over his head, and he was able to get it down.
One of that flags having anything
to do with the targeting.
Yeah.
That may be a targeting.
And that is number 2, Davion Hall, and number 13, Bobby Butler.
Yeah, they're signing targeting.
He's out of the game, right?
I think it's 2 targetings, unless it's a
helmet to helmet.
Yeah, unless it's
egregious one.
Yeah. Like egregious, yeah, like the one Christian Mathis a few weeks ago.
A few months ago.
Oh yeah, that was
that was the second game of the season.
Oh wow, man.
All right, 3 wide receivers with a tight end at the top of your screen, and they are running a wheel route to the top of your screen, and it's not opened up. Is there going to be a face mask flag on that?
No, he had the shoulder pad.
I thought it was at first as well. But
he jerked him so hard it looked like a face mask, but we see on the replay, watch.
I tell you what, I'd be concerned if I'm Marietta seeing that, because Jackson Strickland.
That was close. That was close.
It was close.
He is playing hard, and he's not going to give up. And the more tired Marietta gets, if they're not able to get their hips down into tackles, they're going to start throwing their hands out, grabbing jersey, grabbing face masks.
Yep.
And that might be an issue when the Marietta defense gets tired in the second half. Because I'll tell you right now, Mr. Strickland, the quarterback for Tift County, is not going to give up.
No, he's playing. He's playing hard. He is run. I mean, on that last play, Ezekiel Durham Campbell was almost had him in the backfield, and he put a little move on him and was able to turn that into positive yards. And he just keeps fighting. He's a little guy, but he keeps fighting. He keeps slapping away arms. He keeps turning and twisting. And, I mean, he's taking some licks on that last play. Ellis Reed lit him up, but he still got 4 yards on it.
When you talk about leaving it all on the field, as of right now, he can definitely say he's done that tonight.
Agreed.
All right, tight end wide receiver at the top of the field, 2 receivers at the bottom. Really wide split down here on the bottom. Let's see if they're going to run a screen or a pump and go. And they ran a wheel route.
And that's
underthrown.
another pick.
And this has got a chance to be a pick 6 if he can beat number 5, Tyler Parker.
That's going to be a late hit.
Not.
I don't understand how that was not a late hit.
Yeah, that should have been.
Is that Devin? That's his second pick on the
That's
day.
a great job by Devin Clark right there, just being in the position he's supposed to be in. Not a particularly well-thrown ball, but if you're not where you're supposed to be, if you are where you're supposed to be, good things happen.
I
So
really
let's see
don't
here
understand
on
how
the
that was not a
replay.
late hit.
We got the wheel that's coming here late,
Boom, pick right here.
and there's the pick, and you can see everybody running downfield. Marietta looking to make blocks, and that's just a foot race.
One, two,
Yeah.
three,
See,
four,
right here,
five,
right
six,
here.
seven,
He's
eight,
well
eight-
out of bounds.
8 steps out of bounds. And
Yeah, Tyler
right
Parker
down.
pulled him, and he horse collared him. And they caught the sideline penalty on Marietta. Marietta got a sideline warning.
It's just one of those situations where you hope the refs didn't start to lose composure of the players on the game because of you're throwing the false starts, these procedural penalties, and then when it comes down to a flag that's supposed to protect a player's safety and you're not throwing it, that's when you start to lose the respect of these high school football players and things start getting a little chippy. Let's see what happens on that in the second half, with that on the second half.
To call a sideline penalty and not call a personal foul when a kid was thrown, would you count 6 steps out of bounds, Drexel?
yeah, I think I got 7 or 8.
7 steps out of bounds by his horse collar. There 2 personal fouls on that penalty. He said objectively. I believe there's a timeout by Marietta, and it looks like Coach Morgan is just trying to calm his guys down. Can't take those timeouts into the half. There's only 18 seconds left.
No, I think that's a good use of the timeout right here. Make sure you have the 2 plays you want called. You've got 18 seconds. You've got 1 timeout left. The whole field's opened up.
Yeah.
If you get a first down, the play call, the clock stops for the pylons to move. And hey, let's call 2 plays in a row here. See if we can line up quick, get a second play, and then have the full field so we can have a timeout for this single play, final play with 5 seconds left.
All right, you expect that double post?
I don't think I'm going to see the double post here if we're getting 2 play calls. I'd like to see them line back up in the trip set and see how they're going to play Christian Mathis as the single receiver. But, you know, as soon as I say that, it looks like they're lined up in a Navy set. Daniel Martin is out at tight end. They're
noticed
going
that.
double tight end set. Christian Mathis at the bottom of the screen needs to back up so they have an eligible receiver at tight end. Yes, thank you, son. And we got a drop back pass, curl routes at 15 yards. Great timing route there to Cameron Perry. He is on fire tonight. He's got to be averaging about 25 yards a catch.
Yeah, and he's got about 5 catches, 4 at least. He's got 2 touchdowns, and that's about at least 4 or 5 catches for him.
No matter where, the only thing that limited his yardage on those touchdown catches were the field position, because wherever it had been lined up, those were going to be touchdowns.
Accurate.
All right, Marietta is sitting with 0 timeouts. They're still back in the 2 tight end set. Drop back pass, good hold up. Just a nice curl route and out of bounds. Give them 9 seconds left. You know, you're working on things for later in the game, later in the playoffs, running these hitch routes. Hey, he's running hitch routes with 15 seconds left, trying to bait those cornerbacks to play tighter so I can throw it over your head. They're playing so deep right now, they just keep going to give up the curl routes. All right, now we've got 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Let's see if we see the post or the corner here. We got a switch route. They're just running Hail Mary here.
And he
caught it. No, he dropped it.
Incomplete.
He dropped it. He got both hands on it.
That was a great play by Tyler Hughes, just getting into a situation where he could throw the ball deep. And by the way, what a good arm by him. He's running laterally, giving it to his right-hand side, but he just flung that up 50 yards on that play.
Flicked it. Well, we will see you guys, audience. It is 21-0. Marietta, the Marietta Blue Devils lead the Tift County Blue Devils. And it looks like the Marietta band is going to take the field. So we will see you.
Tift County band is going to take the field first, and then Marietta will play the second, and enjoy your halftime show.
welcome back to everyone watching to this battle of the Blue Devils in the first round playoff game here in Marietta, Georgia. As the two teams are finishing their warm-up, and we're about to see the second half as the band is getting off the field. Drexel, would you like to read some scores from around
Yes,
Georgia?
it is playoff time, so let's get everybody caught up on some scores that's going on around the state of Georgia. Middleton is up on Duluth, 38-0 at the half. Mill Creek is over West Forsyth at the half, 42-6. McEacher and South Gwinnett are tied 14-all at the half. Walton up 20-3 over Colquitt County, second quarter. Archer is up 33-7 over Alpharetta as of right now. North Gwinnett is ahead of South Forsyth, 22-7. Brookwood up 42-7 over Noonan. Grayson 27-0. They're pitching the shutouts right now, second quarter over East Coweta. Roswell's up 52-0. North Cobb is up 21-6 over Camden County, still second quarter. This is a good game here. Parkview is up 20-16 over Pebblebrook. Pebblebrook 8-1. Let's see if they're able to pull that around. Collins Hill have no problems with Lambert, 42-7 in the third quarter. Norcross is ahead 17-7 over Cherokee. Lowndes it has total control over Harrison as of right now, second quarter, 28-7. Others, let's see if there's any others of note around here. Let's see. Yeah, that's all the 7A. That's all that that really pertains to our brackets. Let's see if there's anything else of interest around here. No, I think that should do it as far as schools around Marietta or in our region.
And if the Milton score holds up, that is the opponent, the winner of tonight's game at North Cut will face next Friday.
Speaking of tonight's game at Northcutt, what are you guys expecting to see in the second half, especially with Marietta getting the ball?
One second before we get that, I wanted to give a shout out to the Marietta 8th grade football team. Is going to be playing in the middle school championship game tomorrow at 7 p.m. against North Paulding at Wheeler High School. So right down the road for all the Marietta Blue Devils fans that are listening. Go Blue Devils. Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to see, just wondering what you guys' thoughts on what you're going to see from Marietta's offense, especially on this first drive as they get the ball. And do you think that the Tift County kickoff team might try some chicanery and try to get the ball back on that first kickoff, on that opening half kickoff?
I can see them possibly doing this type of situation, being down 21-0. Really haven't got too much going on the offense. They need some sort of spark. So if they're able to, do an onside kick and cover it, that could energize their team. Marietta, I don't see them doing anything different. Actually, I don't think Coach Morgan was happy with how the half ended. A couple of those plays. So I imagine we'll probably see a couple of those plays in this first drive.
Yeah, I'm real interested because obviously you want, Mr. Cawthorn here mentioned Morgan's going to want to score and score some more, but I'm wondering how he's going to attack on this first drive, because I kind of see where obviously Marietta likes to pass the ball, but I'm interested to see if they're going to try to establish a little bit of the run game, especially if they get a score here on that first drive and try to establish a run game for what may look like a second round matchup.
We're about to find out momentarily. So line up for the kickoff.
And you can see right here lining up before Tift County even gets out of their special teams huddle. Marietta is lined up with 10 inside of 10 yards.
Yeah, they got their hands.
The onside kick.
So Morgan had the same question I did.
I think as they're lined up, the best thing for Tift to do would be to pooch it to the bottom of your screen at about, the kicker can get it to about the 10-yard line, so maybe the 20. And hope that your bottom defender is faster than number 21, Jace Arnold, getting all the way across the field.
I agree with that. I would do that as well.
All right, we haven't seen Tift County's kickoff team or Marietta's return team. You see they got this little huddle that they're going to break out of. And then Marietta is still going to stay in the hands team mode here. And it looks like if it does get back to Jace Arnold, it's going to be a fair catch. And it's an onside kick to the side we're talking about. Number 15, Ezekiel Durham Campbell bobbled the ball, but as always, Mr. Sticky Fingers Carlos Cervantes comes up with it.
And so once again, Marietta starts out with excellent field position. I could be wrong, but I do not believe Marietta has had a starting field position that was less than 40.
I don't believe so. It's been great field position all night, and that's boded well for Marietta whenever they've had good field position all year.
They're a high-powered offense, and you really don't want to give them a short field like this.
All right, well, talking about what was Marietta going to do, they are lined up in a double tight end set with All-State outside linebacker Daniel Martin at tight end at the top of your screen. And they are running the sophomore Jalen Frazier right through the heart of this Tift County defense.
Yeah, that might be the best run outside of Tyler Hughes that they've had all night.
And that's honestly why I asked the question, because if you see on the replay, he just attacks the middle and puts his head down. But the Marietta run game has pretty much been throughout the year mostly Tyler Hughes on scrambles. So I wanted to see if they would try to establish some kind of a run game to, if they continue on this path to using the next round.
All right, double tight end set, going inside zone. A little bit of a happy feet cut by Jalen Frazier. I think he lost a yard or two, dancing about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage on that. I think that this double tight end set's working out great for Marietta. It leaves Tift into this 4-3, and what you've seen on the last two plays is number 24, Josh Singleton for Tift County, has had 4 hands and 2 butts on him on both plays. That's the only way you're going to be able to block that young man. He's a heck of a football player. And going to the 2 tight end set, it brings in that safety linebacker hybrid from Tift, but they still have a 4-man front, so you can double team him on every play.
And as you can see from the pass protection.
Oh, and Tyler Hughes steps out of bound right at the 48-yard line, not giving him that extra yard there.
And that counts as a sack from Mr. Tyree West.
That's a sack. That's a good job by Tift County.
Yeah.
Great protection, but, I mean, better coverage, and that resulted in Tyler scrambling and stepping out, resulting in the sack for their stats.
That's the problem with 2 tight ends. You only have 2 wide receivers.
I was just going to say that.
6 people in pass coverage. It's hard to see a zone there. Another good run play by Marietta, 6 yards on the play to bring up 3rd and 9. A lot more manageable than being back at 2nd and 16 back here.
Yeah, obviously that double tight look has been a very nice addition for their run game today.
Well, I'd say with how much time number 1 Daniel Martin spends on the defensive side Monday through Thursday, that's going to predominantly be, hey, down block and double team, let the tackle tell you what to do, and there's probably not going to be too many 4 wide receiver passes out of that.
Accurate.
And we have a switch. We got 4 wide receiver stack. Let's see if we get some inside-outside game here. No holding by the offensive line. Tyler Hughes is able to scramble for about a 7-yard gain. I'd like to see him get out a yard earlier and not get that hit on his hip.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Daniel Martin played a bit of wide receiver the last couple years. And didn't he lead Marietta in receptions or yards last year?
Daniel had, I think, 55 receptions for 700 and something yards, 780 yards last season, and that was only in about 7 games that he played at wide receiver.
He was going for it.
But it was real tax and sprint out to the bottom of your screen, and that's going to be
down.
That's going to be
now look at the ref.
Close.
Look at the ref.
And Marietta's looks like they're giving him the extra yard, and this is going to be a first down.
He stuck the ball out at the very end. He got hit short, but he stuck the ball out and got the first down.
That's just like a double pick play there with the trips. That inside slot receiver just doing a quick out, and the two outside receivers pick, and you just try and get the edge. It's almost a run play. Double tight end set. We're going inside zone again. The double teams on the interior linemen against Tift County really seem to working in this formation for them. Tift might have to bring a fifth guy down on the line of scrimmage in order to create some one-on-one matchups here.
Looks like they make some adjustments, make some subs, trying to get a few fresh bodies in there.
Yeah, and they took out number 47, Sean Lindsay,
and brought in Jacoily Nathan, number 43.
There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work, fellas.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, this is probably the first time we've really seen Marietta line up and just pound the ball.
And there you go. You got 9 people at the line of scrimmage for Tift County on that play. I think they've been tipped off that Marietta's going to run the ball in 2 tight end sets here. I'd love to see Marietta run a motion on this play. Play action might not be bad, but
oh boy, they brought another big body in for Tift County, number 65. No, Clinton Farmer, number 65, Clinton Farmer.
And he took some bodies with him and was able to free up the linebacker.
Just short.
Bernard Tyndall for a little clear and tackle right there.
Laundry on the field.
And the Marietta players seem to be clapping. So I believe that it will be on the visiting Blue Devils, judging by the home Blue Devils reaction. And the counseling, oh no, they waved it off.
Waved off.
So it is going to be 4th and inches.
Is Marietta going? Marietta looks like they're bringing in their heavy set with the 2 inside linebackers, number 10, Ellis Reed, number 22, Carlos Cervantes.
And Mr. Clinton Farmer is coming back on the field.
Yeah, they actually had heavy in the previous play, but Tift did it.
He's lining up right over the right over the center, and I have no.
So both of the fullbacks are offloaded to the top of your screen. This is going to be block down, kick out, and they brought Jalen Frazier in as a lead blocker to ISO and let Tyler Hughes pick up the first down there. That's as many blockers as you could have on a run play right there, 10 of them.
Yeah.
Resulting in the first down.
It's a really good play goal. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying resulting in the first down, which was the goal.
That's just a tough play to stop for 1 yard.
Has Marietta passed the ball on this drive?
They tried to. Remember, they had
and he stepped out of bounds.
They have the coverage sack on the scramble by Tyler.
But that's the only called pass play, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen them call this many run plays in a row in about 3 games. Way to stay in there by Tyler Hughes, and is that going to be pass interference on number 22, Zamarian Brown? You know, he's been getting taken advantage of by Christian Mathis and Cameron Perry. He's going to do whatever he can to keep his team into it. I don't necessarily think that pass interference is a bad decision by him.
I'll be honest with you, because I think he was burnt. He had to grab him.
He kept himself between the receiver and the goal line.
He did. He did.
The most important thing is to keep Marietta out of the end zone.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
just bear hugged him and was like, nah, man. Nah, man. Take the ball. Take the first. I don't even think he argued. I don't even think when the ref threw the flag, he just walked on to the huddle.
All right, Marietta given a 2 tight end set here, giving it away with Daniel Martin at the top of your screen at tight end. They're set up for an inside zone read. Let's see if they throw an outside pass. No, go with the zone. Bad single block by number 51, Anthony Jean Lopez there. Some contact behind the line of scrimmage.
Tyler Parker came through and crushed the buildings for the defense there. Just blew that up from the get-go.
Well, I mean, the thing that I question is they took him to prepare for this, and Marietta just does not run the ball. They haven't throughout this whole year, and now they're lined up in double, or Marietta's lined up in double tights and just marching down the field.
All right, we have number 8, Zuri Johnson, in the slot here for Marietta. He's been really a jump ball specialist for Marietta all season. It's kind of his bread and butter, if you will. So let's look at the bottom of your screen here and see if the wide receivers run some games on each other. Another heads-up play by Tyler Hughes, just getting hounded by Bubba Ellis. And
Turn this a little bit, we can see this number.
no.
13 or number? Yeah, 13 is, yeah, that's Bubba Ellis. 39 from the 10.
Marietta's got to go 4 wide receivers here. We're going to get trips to the top of your screen. And Camden in the goal line is going to be forced to run man coverage, maybe try and take the inside slant away. We've got sprint out to the top of your screen. Tyler gets his hands around, throws it to the corner route, and trying for the one-handed grab.
Instead of 2, and there's a flag in the
Is
backfield.
Christian Mathis. I think he could have gotten 2 hands on that, but he wanted it to be a highlight touchdown. And, you know, both of those are 6 points each.
Yep.
So
It's a highlight if you catch it. There was a flag in the backfield. And it is on the Marietta offense. So it will be 3rd and forever.
Third looks about,
It must have been a hold well in the backfield.
it's like third about 28.
About that.
All right, let's see if what Marietta's going to do here with this. They're going to line up in a balance set. They're staying in the trips here to the bottom of your screen, wide side of the field. You got still in man coverage by, they're going to cover 4 by Tift County. Got a straight drop back. Pretty good pocket, and it is broken completely down by Tift County's front 4 on the offensive line, or defensive line.
And that is going to be a
sack
by
by
Jacoily Nathan. But that play was made by Mr. Tyree West. Watch the replay here. He just he just threw a whole the Marietta offensive line on.
And he injured himself on that
Yeah, he
play.
did.
And to watch the Marietta offensive lineman call for the athletic trainer, I don't think this was a small injury.
Nah.
They looked pretty concerned for him.
Yeah, they were waving on the tip sideline to bring somebody out there to
Yeah, right after the play was over, there was Drax 3 offensive linemen
Yeah, just
waving
jumping,
the athletic
waving.
trainer down.
Yep.
Hope the young man's okay.
Yeah, it does look pretty serious.
So Marietta's come out here on this first offensive drive and completely subverted expectations, running 2 tight ends and just running the ball right up the center. We haven't seen this all season.
All season.
Right. It was, I mean, I did not expect that coming from the Marietta Blue Devils or Coach Morgan, but you know, they're having success on it. Again, that's one of the things I question. Did Tift even prepare for that to a certain extent? I mean, you're always prepared for the run, but did they think Marietta was going to do it? Have they been caught off guard a little bit?
Marietta, and I haven't seen every single game because the away games don't all have YouTube TV broadcasts, BlueDevilNews.com. But I haven't seen them line up in a 2 tight end set all year. I've seen them line up in a couple of tight end fullback sets, but not 2 tight end balanced like that.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why I had asked the question, because you're going to need to run the football if you want to win in the playoffs. And I know Marietta has the talent, has a pass-first offense because of the talent on the team, but they're going to need to establish some kind of run. So I'm not really surprised that they did decide to come out and start running the ball. And that injury appears to be pretty serious, as both teams have gathered in prayer for that young man.
something you do not like to see there.
Not at all.
So, Drex, what do you think of the new region alignments for the 2022 and 2023 football seasons coming up?
I mean, I think there's some schools out there who aren't happy, who lost their appeals as far as having to move up, things of that nature. But, you know, you have a lot of good teams, a lot of movement coming. So if you look at Marietta High School's region, you know, they're going to have Harrison, Hillgrove, Marietta. McEachern's back in the
He's
second
getting up.
with him.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah, he's getting up. They got him. Looks like that looks like that was Bubba Ellis. Clearly has a lower leg injury, but he's been able to get up with some help.
Yeah, and hopefully, I'm glad he's able to get up, and hopefully it's not as serious as we all or everyone on the field thinks.
It looks like they put an air boot on his ankle, so maybe it was a dislocated ankle, something like that. We don't want to take too many guesses. We know friends and family are out there listening that weren't able to come to the game.
But you know, for those at Tift County, he definitely was able. He's definitely, you know, coherent and was able to get off the field. He definitely has looks like a left leg injury, but he was able to get up and get off the field with some help, and he appears to be cognate at least.
Yeah, that Region 3, 7A is losing a team. So there's only going to be four games in the region, 5 teams. It's got a little bit more of a traditional Cobb County look with North Paulding in there. And I noticed Region 1 has added Valdosta and is going to have 5 schools. So they're not in a, hey, our 4th seed is a lottery spot
Right.
for the rest of the state anymore. They're going to actually have 4 qualifiers for the first round. I'm assuming everybody's happy about that
Right.
down in
And one of
South
the biggest
Georgia.
moves is, you know, Buford High School moving up to 7A.
Boy, howdy! Welcome to the Big Dogs.
Yeah.
Single AA football in 2000 or single A football in 2001, up to 7A football in 2022.
And they've been
Tyler
successful
Hughes
at
with the
every level.
deep pass to Zuri Johnson on the bottom of your screen, and it is incomplete. There's the jump ball specialist, Zuri Johnson, getting an opportunity to get the ball on that play there.
And Zamorian Brown in great position bats that ball down and gives his Tift County Blue Devils pretty good starting field position at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, so Region 1 is going to lose Camden County to 6A and gain Richmond Hill and Valdosta. All right, look at that. Double tight ends by Tift County with a tight fullback running that veer offense. Little dive for a 2-yard gain. Not quite what they want, but they're not completely out of sorts with that first down play.
Yeah, because that might have been 3 yards. I think they got 3 yards on it, which, you know, we pointed would be a win, but they're down 21 points. And Marietta took pretty much half the third quarter already.
Yeah, they're going to have to start getting some big chunks out of that dive play to get the strong safeties down to be able to run play action over the top. And Marietta is into one high safety, so they are vulnerable in the seams. The problem is you have to have 2 receivers to one side to be able to hit the seam. Otherwise, you just get stacked with the cornerback.
Good first down run by Tift County quarterback.
Yeah, like we've been pointing out, that kid's bringing it. Jalen Edmondson. And he is basically trying everything he can to carry his team today.
Rather Jackson Strickland.
My bad.
All right, we have a sweep play to the wide side of the field on the bottom of your screen, going for about 2 yards before he lost his footing. By number 8, Zach Carter.
I thought that was a 4, not a 9.
I tell you what, I think Marietta's gotten a little bit lucky so far tonight that Zach Carter hadn't caught the edge or got a big seam, because he is a fast individual at running back for Tift County, and I don't want to see him get into open field.
If you're a Marietta fan.
Yes, for those people. All right, screenplay to the bottom of your screen, Tift County.
He's still
number 5,
running.
Tyler Parker is able to squeak in and out and run all the way down to the end zone for Tift County's first touchdown of the game. That is a great team effort and an unbelievable individual effort to run through those arm tackles.
That was real good by Tyler. I mean, he was patient. He read the blocks. Look at this Zaxby's replay.
Check out the Zaxby instant replay. And it was almost tipped. And football's a game of inches. One block,
Back out.
another block, and basically here he's gone.
A little bit over aggressive by Carlos Cervantes there, running through the alley, and he's able to cut it back outside for a great touchdown there for Tift County.
We got a football game, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving Tift County a little bit of life here. 4 minutes left, 4:15 left.
Now is Marietta going to line up and hands team again and just say that's what we're going to do for the rest of the second half here? Are they going to chance trying to get a good return considering what Tift did to open the third quarter?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I expect them to come out in the hands because we haven't, honestly, outside of that extra point, we really haven't seen anything from the Tift County kicking game that would lead me to believe that they have the ability to kick the ball deep. I know the punting and kicking is not the same thing, but I haven't seen one kick from the Tift County special teams that went further than 20 yards.
Period.
So
yeah,
I don't like. I obviously you watch a lot more film on them than I have. I haven't seen anything tonight from their kicking game that would lead me to believe that they are going to put the ball deep.
Well, their kicker can get it down around the 10. He's fairly accurate, but to be honest, you're going to have a return when you're not kicking it through the end zone, guaranteed. And we'll see. Tift's lining up right here. Are they going to go out of this little muddle huddle, or are they going to break? Looks like they're going out of this formation.
Isn't that a false start?
There's just no false start behind the line of scrimmage. There are all 2-point stances.
And they did exactly what you said.
What I talked about the last kickoff. And here's the problem with Jace Arnold is a very fast young man.
And he just answered that back. There are no flags on the field. And it is right back up to a 20-point lead.
And the problem with that is when you kick to that away from him to the 20, your guy has to get there faster than he does. And he's got about 15 more yards to cover, and he was about 22 yards away.
And like that, not really give that kickoff the opportunity to get in their lane.
Drexel, you literally took the words right. Here's on the Zaxby instant replay. See, they all come together. And he's already got the ball, but I noticed that if you're going to do that, they had to come out of that formation. You do that from the center of the field, he had the whole lane.
Yeah, your furthest defender on the bottom of the screen is even further away from the ball now.
Yes. Like that would have been a better idea, like you said last time, when they came out and then they came out of that and then you have everybody in their lane. But basically, yes, he didn't have blockers in front of him, but your whole defense was away from him.
All right, and in about 13 seconds, Marietta brought it back up to a 3-score game.
Yep.
With a little bit of
misalignment from Tift County.
Trying to be neutral here. The play just wasn't quite run right. I don't think from the get-go.
Depending on your perspective. But
it's easy up here in the press box.
Yeah,
accurate.
Yeah, to talk about it. Didn't work out, but what if both Tift County just scored and team get a little excited and inflated by kickoff the so Marietta got to kick off. Let's see if Tift County can respond offensively and get another touchdown and try to get themselves back in the game.
All right, 37, Ben Parrott to kick off for Marietta. And he drives a low driving kick down to the bottom of your screen. It was touched before it went into the end zone. And they're calling that a touchback anyway.
So they will get the ball back, it looks like, on the 20. It's the 20-yard line in high school still, right?
Yes.
So they actually, so once again, like, I'm going to be honest with you, outside of 2 drives, Tift County's starting field position has been very close to their end zone.
Yeah, it's been tough running this Veer offense, having 80 yards to go on almost every possession. We got a double pull play to the bottom of your screen, and that is just eaten up by
Ellis Reed.
Ellis Reed and our defensive end down there on the bottom of the screen. That's got to be Manuel Olatane too, correct?
Yes, sir. I mean, you pointed it out that it's going to be hard to go 80 yards running the ball, especially when Marietta has played very well with reading their keys tonight.
And then there you go, with a little bit of a sprint out there with the 3 wide receivers, a kind of a dig curl route right in the heart of those linebackers that are playing the run game so tough. Cayman's going to have to exploit that area. Tift County's going to have to exploit that area of the football field if they want to get back in this game.
Yeah, and Antavio Pierce with the reception.
All right, and we're in a little bit of a regular look back at shotgun, looking down at the slant route from the outside receiver, and that is incomplete. Attempted to get it to Tyler Parker, who had the touchdown on the screen pass in the previous possession.
I don't know if y'all saw, but Daniel Martin just went past the left tackle like he was standing still. And Strickland had to get that ball off. He didn't have time to set his feet or even really look and see if the wide receiver was over there.
We got the 2 wide receivers getting out way early on this play under center by Strickland. We got a veer fake, and we're going with a quarterback sweep, and he turns it back inside, gets a favorable 5 yards for 3rd and 5 for Tift County. Heads up play by Jackson Strickland there, cutting it back into the heart of the defense and getting a real hard 5 yards, because those linebackers from Marietta have been hitting him fairly consistently. All right, double tight end set again, shotgun. And you see that switch with the quarterback. Number 8, Zach Carter, received the ball on that play, and he ran zone read and gave it to Jackson Strickland. A little bit of something different to get Marietta looking at something.
Makes another man miss. He is fighting hard and made that a very manageable 4th and 2-ish.
With this high percentage run on this offense, you got to think right here at 4th and 2, this is getting close to a game time decision, down 21 points with the way this offense is run. Tackle over at the bottom of your screen, wide receiver over 2, and they run the just sprint out with the quarterback.
He fumbled the ball.
Fumbles the ball trying to get a second effort. Number 17, Mike Taylor, was there, might have come up with the ball in first down territory.
I believe he did, and that he fumbled for a first down.
That's a real fortunate end to that play for Tift County.
Because he did not have that, as you see on the replay.
Yeah, straight sprint out. Number 18
Ellis
for
Reed.
Marietta, Nakari Ashley, is able to keep that edge. And that really was. That could have been a disaster.
Yes.
Disaster for them. With you got a kid that's just given a fantastic effort and maybe tries a little bit too hard on that play, and his teammate bails him out. Wide receiver, they ain't touching the ball very much throughout the season either.
He had to jump on that. He's like, ooh, I got that one.
All right, tackle over to the top of your screen. We got a screen look. They're throwing the screen, and it takes a 1 hop. That's probably after a little bit in his own head after getting hit that hard and fumbling the ball there. I haven't seen him pass that errant from Strickland the whole night.
Yeah, he's been getting tagged tonight. But like I mentioned earlier, it's an option offense, so he expects to get hit, but he has been getting tagged.
Yeah, it's tough to run the ball as hard as he's been running the ball and complete those passes that even it's not any yards downfield, it's still a 20-yard pass. Tackle over to the top of your screen. We're running a quarterback counter, and it is sniffed out by Marietta linebackers Ellis Reed and Carlos Cervantes.
Yeah, we've called his name a lot tonight.
I tell you, number 17, Darren Clark, has really been setting that outside edge, moving the running back into Carlos, and he's just been cleaning up the tackles all night because his teammates are doing their job instead of trying to just make the tackle and get their own stats.
He has set the edge all night. You are absolutely correct.
All right, sprint out to the top of your screen. We got ourselves a hitch and a corner route, little smash combo. Missed tackle on that 3rd and 8. And that's a first down for Tift County in Marietta territory. They've got a drive going here, and it looks like they've got some stuff that's working for them now after that screen touchdown on the last possession.
Mr. Parker's having himself a big game today, too. Go ahead, Drex.
Bouncing the offense, taking confidence as the drive goes on.
All right, tackle over to the bottom of your screen, wing back to the top. We've got ourselves a motion and a buzzer for the end of the 3rd quarter. All right, 4th quarter coming up, switching the directions we're going in, and it is still a 21-point game. Marietta Blue Devils on top of the Tift County Blue Devils, 28-7. 12 minutes left in this game.
Just to update you on a couple of scores of the closer games. South Gwinnett is up 21-14 over Georgia.
Batsman's up.
Copeland County has come within 10 points. Walton 4-5-10. Cypher is 29-15 over South South right now. And Pembroke is taking the lead 23-20 over Parkview as of right now, 3rd quarter.
That sounds like that's a really good game.
That sounds like
We had Parkview at North Cut Stadium earlier this season.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good game. This last quarter of football, 21-point game. It's going to be very interesting to see what these two teams do, especially if Tift County is able to get a touchdown here and cut the lead again to 14.
All right, Tift and shotgun with a jet motion. They sweeped it to the top of your screen, and that is a tackle straight up by Emmanuel Olatane, number 58 from defensive end.
It's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, and you can see that Tift they've quit trying to attack this Marietta defense through the hard in those A-gaps, and they're starting to go a lot more laterally and have more success with it. Sprint out, smash combo by the receivers. Another slightly errant pass on the corner route by Strickland. There.
Yeah, well, he read it correctly. He wasn't able to.
He was not able
because of Daniel Martin was actually in his face. But the guy, I mean, if he was able to get it in where he wanted to, it would have been a first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the Marietta defense applying the pressure.
Difficult play when you run a sprint out to the 4-star All-American side.
They didn't.
Is he backside?
He was on the backside. He chased that man all the way down from the other side of the field.
I guess that's why he gets all those accolades.
Yes, they ran that to the right side. Daniel was lined up on the right side of the Marietta defense and came all the way across.
All right, we got trips, shotgun, sprint out to the bottom of your screen. Strickland is looking for a wide receiver. He's got a curl route open, and he's able to hit number 17, Mike Taylor, who turns it inside and gains another 8 yards for a Tift County first down. That is a tough pass to sprint out and throw it back across your body to a spot route like that on that little hitch.
Danny Martin took that play off. He didn't rush. He literally just kind of stood up with the left tackle and was just like, chill for a second.
All right, 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen, tight end to the bottom. They're looking at the screen pass going to the inside curl route.
I'll tell you what, they've been pretty impressive throwing the ball. You know, kind of surprised they have anyone going in because they see they clearly execute. They clearly have individuals with good hands. But themselves in the hole trying to run the ball. Hopefully, Tift County is able to score on this one and see if it ignites it.
Once again, they'll cut the lead in half if they do.
Tift County with 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Straight drop back. The pocket is going. Strickland's going to the bottom. He's got a post wide open, and he just underthrows him. Yeah, when I saw him play Worth County and Lowndes, this was more the type of offense that they were running earlier in the season. And Marietta's Camden Overton is limping out to the sideline. Another one of the two-way players for Marietta has been very important offensive player for Marietta, number 16, Camden Overton. He's the only receiver they can bring in to play fullback or tight end.
He's got sure hands, and he's also been an integral part of their defense as well.
Almost 800 receiving yards on the season, I believe, at this point. All right, dive by Tift, just a hard-nosed run.
I was under the impression that hurdles were illegal in Georgia football.
Zach Carter on that run right there. I tell you what, he's the kind of player that you just kind of hope to minimize his impact on the game. I think it's saying a lot for Marietta that it's been into the fourth quarter until he's gotten into the end or had a big run play. Before that play, his longest run was about a 10-yard run that was blocked really well, and he just ran through some arms on that play. The kick is up, and it is good. We are back to a 14-point game. Just under 10 minutes left. Are we going to see another onside kick?
I don't think we will, but
you think they're going to? I mean, if Marietta lines up at hands team, the only deep guy to kick it to is the guy that just ran a touchdown.
Exactly.
Again, I don't know. They've kind of showed their hands. I don't know how many more options they have other than kicking an onside kick. I don't think they're going to want to kick it deep to Jace Arnold.
I wouldn't want to
back there.
But here's the thing about it is, I mean, Marietta's offense has literally only had one drive.
Oh, in the second half.
In the second half.
They have.
And so I'm sure they're going, I expect them to be a more traditional kick to try to put the onus on Marietta's offense to increase the lead. Because Marietta scored the one touchdown, but the offense has not scored in the second half.
Well, if we had to make predictions, I predict that they're going to spread this back out and they're going to kick a low line drive pooch, see if Jace Arnold can get one that's bouncing around on the ground. That's what I would do anyway.
I expect the same.
Marietta's still going to stay in the hands team, so nobody's going to be beyond 10 yards of the 50. And they just need a low line drive kick here. And they pooched it way to the right, one bounce. And he's got close to his edge with the speed he's got.
That's going to be a block in the back
for no reason. And there's
that's going to be a face mask.
Offsetting penalties.
So do they re-kick that, or? Hey, that was Cameron Overton, who clearly is back in the game. That got the penalty for Marietta. Yeah. I did not catch who got the face mask for Tift County. Tift County.
That's a bad block in the back because Jace Arnold had gotten that corner with his speed. You didn't need any help.
He didn't need that.
So we're going to get to see this thing again. Let's see if Marietta adjusts out of hands team, because when Tift County breaks from that muddle huddle, they actually do have a chance to get to that pooch that's way over there. If that had been kicked like the first one had, Tift might have gotten that football.
That's true. There were a lot of men around that ball.
And it's fine for Marietta to keep 9 people in hands and just drop one more person deep on the other
Yeah,
hash.
like on the other side.
Yeah, especially when Tift's taking so much time to go muddle huddle.
Right.
Spread back out. Everybody's lined up. Okay, now let's go. That's plenty of time for another Marietta player to drop back and give some help to Jace Arnold catching those deep kicks. All right. Then put the ball on the hash at the bottom of your screen here. And let's see what gets done. We got ourselves 4 players to the bottom of your screen, 6 players to the top of your screen. And Kevin Burgess is kicking off, number 44. Tell you gotta love, or number 99, Antonio Gomez. You gotta love football. There's a position for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And he kicks it
right to it.
Directly to Jace Arnold. I don't know if that's a great decision. If we can get some. And right at the 30.
It's about where I think the return was originally.
Yeah, it looks like neither of the team really benefited from that replay of the kickoff. I guess you could say Marietta did.
Marietta did.
Time came off the clock,
Yeah.
but not much. All right, let's see if Marietta can establish their run game or stay efficient in the passing game. Last thing they need right here are dropped passes.
Yeah, honestly, I expect to see a lot of that double tight formation that we saw on that first drive.
And it's hard to explain when Tift's been bringing pressure. They haven't gotten to the quarterback as much as when they just, the 4D linemen pin their ears back and go. There's a sophomore, the sophomore Jalen Frazier running the ball, making a little bit of a sophomore mistake, running out of bounds, stopping the clock, but.
They kind of ran him out of bounds.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Coach Morgan is telling him, hey, you need to fall down.
Yeah, fall down.
11th game of the season. You got to do the little things.
Accurate.
All right, 2 tight ends set. Everybody can take a wild guess if Marietta's going to run the ball or pass it. It's a straight drop back, one-on-one coverage, and that is a
good D.
Great defense to the pass to Christian Mathis is a little bit underthrown, so the DB had a good play on that.
I want to say that DB is Talon Morrow. No, is that number 15? I can't tell. I can't see.
I wore my glasses tonight.
Yeah.
All I figured out is I've got to go to the ophthalmologist.
Yeah, Talon Morrow. Good coverage.
All right, drop back again. And that's a tough look from Tyler. Just a heads-up scramble play there. And this is going to be, looks like this is a fourth down.
It is.
Yeah. I tell you what, if he'd been looking at the bottom of your screen on the short side of the field, that hitch was wide open. He went off to the top of your screen a little bit too quick. And what a good block downfield by Jalen Frazier, making sure.
Marietta's going for it.
Going for it inside their own 40-yard line in the fourth quarter, down
and they ran it
14 points.
And they got the first down.
That's a gutsy call by
That is, yeah, that's an unbelievable play call. Running the ball inside your own 40, only up by 2 touchdowns with 9 minutes left in the game.
If you think about it, it's actually a really good play call because no one in the stadium expected them to hand that ball off. Here it is on the look. And it was wide open.
It would have been bad if you didn't.
Yeah. And the clock's still running.
All right, we got 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen along with the tight end. We're going to get ourselves just a spread out here. And number 24 again.
Josh Singleton.
Josh Singleton just knifing through the offensive line like a hot knife through butter, making the tackle for loss, 2-yard loss.
Yeah, the Tift County D-line has definitely come to play. They have been in the Marietta backfield a lot.
Yeah, if it wasn't for about, 8 or 10 heads-up plays by Tyler Hughes, this would be a completely different football game. Marietta's lucky they've got a quarterback that's got some mobile legs on him. That's a hold by Jalen Frazier. And a heck of a run that's not going to count by Tyler Hughes on that play. Weaving in and out and getting to the sideline to not get hit against this rabid defense. And it's going to come back with a hold in the backfield, so that's going to be way back there.
Once again, we're talking about that D-lineman. When they haven't gotten to Tyler or sacked him, they've forced several holds because they have been a problem for the Marietta offensive line. That's going to be 2nd and 39.
Yeah, as athletic as this Tift defense is, I think Marietta's lucky that none of the linebackers have been put on a spy on Tyler Hughes to try and take away that scramble game. All right, Marietta with 2 wide receivers on each side of the line, and we're getting a look to the wide side, thrown to the bottom of your screen with Cameron Perry, and that's just too little, too late on the screen at the bottom of your screen.
And here she's on his actually instant replay.
Yeah, that's something they've gone away from in the second half, getting the ball to Cameron Perry in the open field and letting him make athletic plays. I think that's his first touch, given it's Marietta's only second.
That's what I said, second drive, and they ran the ball. It's literally the whole first drive. But it's, again, they are keeping that clock running.
I'd like to see the games that we want to play at the top of your screen here. Cameron Perry and Christian Mathis, the 2 most athletic receivers for Marietta. And that's just a lot of, oh my goodness, how did Tyler Hughes get out of that play? Is he going to make it to the edge here and get some yards? He has turned it upfield with another hold by Marietta. Now this was about 20 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage, so it'll probably be a net gain for Marietta. I don't know, Tift might decline this to go to 4th and 10.
I was thinking that because otherwise you're going to make it 3rd, and Marietta's going to have another play to take time off the clock. I know it's only 14 points, but the clock is not Tift County's friend.
I tell you, being down 14 points, I wouldn't want to be the Tift coach having to make the decision. Do I go with 3rd and 35 or do I go with 4th and 10? I think you got to back with the way field position hadn't worked for you. You got to back Marietta up.
I think so.
And stop them on a 3rd and 35, 3rd and 40.
Which spot is the foul, or which spot is the hold? I think it depends on where the spot is from the hole. He declined it.
Okay.
He declined it.
Yeah. If Marietta gets a good punt here and puts you inside the 20, I don't know if it's a good declining call on this.
Oh, especially because I didn't realize that he got all the way up.
He's at a 4th and 5? Yeah, I would have taken that.
Oh, yeah.
I totally would have taken that and moved him. Even if it went from, it was 3rd and 37, even if it went to 3rd and 35, because the hold was
way up there, so
15, 20 yards downfield. So even
right.
if you gain yards on that, I think Marietta at 4th and 5 here, they might go. They're going to go.
Oh, they're definitely going to go for it.
And there's a, oh my goodness. Was that Singleton on that offside? And there's what you run into, declining it.
Yep. No, that was Mr. West.
Okay.
That was Tyree West. Got a little too early.
All right, and the sophomore Luke Morgan from Marietta is coming out, and number 1 Daniel Martin is going in at tight end. So we're going to see another 2 tight end set, probably some inside zone from Marietta here. Great cut by Jalen Frazier to get a few extra yards against this stout run defense of Tift County.
Yeah, I mean, he's been impressive in the run game. Just good patience and able to read his blocks and make good cuts.
And Marietta on 2nd and 2 is bringing in the big bruising linebackers to run their heavy set. This is their, hey, we're going to run it formation here. And as you can see, they are going to go to the bottom of your screen. And that was not blocked very well by the fullbacks. It got blown up at the tight end spot, and the fullbacks did not pick up to double team the nearest threat. And Tyler was tackled for a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
But I'll be honest.
About a half yard on that.
I'll be honest with you. I think if you're Marietta, this is 2-down territory. From what I've seen.
From 3rd down, yeah, they're going to play it as 3-down territory right here from that 2nd down. And Marietta is getting,
It's 1st down.
They have switched offenses with Tift. Tift came out this last possession, passing all over the field. Now Marietta's doing 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Huh?
Oh, no, he did not get the first.
They're keeping him short. This is 4th and inches. Marietta's going to have to go for this. They went for a 4th down with outside of their own 40. We were on their 38-yard line.
Advise them to take their time, line it up, and use the play clock.
Let's see if we get some. No. Oh, what a play by Tyler Hughes running through the tackle on Jonta Strozer, who was right there, number 12 for Tift County. I mean,
he was there.
Man, he knifed through that offensive line and was in perfect position.
Right there, he's right there. Doesn't make the tackle.
And just, he comes from the backside, loses his feet a little bit, and that's potentially going to be the difference in the game right there, that one play.
Yeah, because that clock is still going. Marietta just watching the clock bleed, taking their time. It's almost 4 minutes left in the game. They still have the 2-touchdown lead.
All right, Marietta's showing the inside zone look. The tackle's a little bit far back on the upside. He is motioning, and they're running to the bottom of your screen. I tell you what, number 55 at right tackle for Marietta, Cole Davis. He's a sophomore. He's been a really good addition to this offensive line the whole season. Anytime a 15-year-old's starting on the offensive line for you, you know they're a good kid. He's got a little bit to work with on that play. He was about a foot and a half behind everybody else, and really telegraphed he was going to pull on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I expect to see double tights the rest of the game, fellas.
Oh, no.
And Tift County jumped on the ball. That is Tift County's ball.
Yeah, there were about 5 Tift County players behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't come up, I would be surprised.
If that hadn't been fumbled, Jalen Frazier might have gotten slammed.
No, Tyler Hughes jumped on it.
How on earth did that happen?
I don't know how that happened, but there's a unsportsmanlike penalty on somebody. On Tift County.
Yeah.
And that is not what they needed.
I'd probably be a little unsportsmanlike if Tyler Hughes ended up with that ball and I'm playing against him too. How did he end up with that?
I don't know either.
I mean, he goes right to them. And he's not, Tyler's.
Oh, there it is. They didn't jump on it.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is. You see it. They jumped on it, but nobody grabbed it, and it just kind of bobbled and bounced to him.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Tift. I mean, we were right there. Defense thought they came up with a big play.
Yeah, big 95, Tyra West just knifing inside the.
And they just got another unsportsmanlike.
And these are the unfortunate things you don't want to see.
Okay, what's happening? There's another flag. Oh, it's the same kid. Number 13, Bubba Ellis. And he's just been ejected out of the game. Yeah. Motions of the
Get ejected.
yeah.
That's a tough way to end your high school football career for the senior Bubba Ellis. You know, they've put so much into this for 4 years, and you get to some rubber meet the road moments, especially on this drive, essentially, right? I mean, and it's just 3 plays out of 150 that have gone against Tift, and they're going to end up sealing the win for Marietta.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, because that's a first down. It would have been third, even with Tyler Hughes jumping on that fumble, it still was going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, it was. They had the down, the distance. They had everything that they wanted to be able to get the ball back and have a chance to score.
And now they just gave Marietta 30 yards in penalties.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, because there's two personal fouls. That takes the ball from it looks like the 36 to the 6-yard line.
And then the worst thing is you know you're getting that emotion because he's a good football player and he loves his teammates.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, because if he didn't care, those things wouldn't happen. He wouldn't be on the field either.
It wouldn't bother him.
But that's tough for somebody who's obviously such a hard-nosed team player.
He's having a really good game too. And to be fair, and obviously Marietta is in the lead. Marietta's done a very good job, I thought, tonight of holding their composure. Even though it's been chippy, there haven't been a lot of personal foul or unsportsmanlike on both teams. The Tift County Blue Devils have had a few, and it's kind of gotten to them, I can see, but Marietta hasn't really answered that.
All right, Marietta's lined up in their heavy set, and they are shifting to the bottom of your screen, overload to the short side of the field. Tyler Hughes is just going to run that right into the end zone.
There's still a flag on the field.
Play there.
It's going to be a hold. That's going to be another unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, Drex, what do you think about how mature the Marietta players have gotten through the season, from the unsportsmanlike penalties and the targeting penalties early in the year to the point where they are now in the playoffs, not responding to that chippiness and giving the other team a chance for that reaction?
I think it shows some maturity and growth as students. And looking at it as a point, hey, we have to remain confident. We're trying to get to the next level. We're trying to get to the next game, and we need everybody here for the next game as well. So, not sure what happened on the end there. I did see David Martin kind of in the mix there. That looks like there's going to be another person. I'm not sure if it gets Marietta or not. So, if Marietta remains true and keeping their composure, what we need against Marietta, what's going on?
Holding called against Marietta. Dead ball.
Another personal foul on Tift County.
Yeah, well, Marietta did have
they did have an offsetting one.
And I believe that was Daniel Martin in the mix there. It's like he was getting a little chippy.
So that means the hold's going to count.
Right, and at this point, the refs want to definitely keep control of this game.
Little announcer's curse there. You're welcome.
Yeah, the Marietta fans are not happy with us right now. Although the hold, we didn't say nothing about holding, that it.
While we're getting things squared away, it's like Parkview is scored again. So Pebblebrook's actually up 37 to 34 in the third quarter. And McEachern and South Grenada tied 21-21. They're going overtime.
Oh, wow.
And that is at McEachern. All right, same play. Tyler Hughes trying his hardest to stay in bounds.
He did.
And then the clock is rolling. That's what I was going to say. So it's first down. Less than 3 minutes left. Looks like Marietta's just going to go with 4 run plays, whether they get in the end zone or not.
Yeah.
And try and get the time off the clock to get out of here.
At the 11-yard line, it's second down and blue for the Blue Devils. Gain of 5 on the
Marietta's only been lucky enough to be in this kind of a, hey, run and finish the game out situation. I think this is maybe the 3rd time this season.
Yeah, most of the games have been close.
All right, Marietta at the bottom hash, and they run in with the running back, Jalen Frazier. He gets everything they blocked for him, about 2 yards.
Trex, you find it interesting the Tift County coach isn't calling timeout? He still has all 3 of his timeouts.
No, I mean, you would think he would, but maybe he sees it right on the wall. He's got to feel like he has the opportunity to come down the score quickly. I mean, I wouldn't be calling timeouts. I'm that you noticed that, but they also put themselves in a situation where, it would be very tough for them to actually come back at this point in time.
Not to mention, it's a long ride back to Tift County, and they've picked up a lot of personal fouls. He's probably judging the emotions of his team and just trying to get out of here before it gets something ugly happens.
Well, quite honestly, when you run the veer offense, you know what you have, you know what your capability to come back is. I thought they did a great job changing their game plan and adjusting in the second half, throwing the ball. But even when they did that, it was only an occasional post route. Most of it was throwing outside screens to receivers or playing off the outside screen, either a curl route or a slant. So, you're looking down 14. I want to run the ball 90% of my plays if I'm on schedule for what I want to do. They've seen every pass play we have.
That's fair.
At some point, it's not Little Giants, and you don't get to call timeout and draw plays in the dirt.
Right.
It's, hey, we've been doing this for 14 weeks. This is what we got. All right, Tyler Hughes staying inbounds, is knocked out, but I think his forward progress had stopped. No, he got knocked out of bounds. They're calling the game clock to stop.
He did. He got knocked out of bounds.
I thought maybe they would have given him forward progress on that one and keep the clock rolling since there are 5 timeouts left on the scoreboard and 3 of them running by Tift. But
and it's 4th and 5.
I don't like these hits that Tyler Hughes has taken at the end of this game in order to
run the clock out.
I wish we could get maybe a wildcat or have somebody else in there that could take some hits. I know you're a little worried because between him and Jalen Frazier, there's been a fumble already in this possession, so you don't want to risk that with the sophomore running back.
Right, but the fumble actually wasn't on the sophomore running back. Tyler actually was fumbling that ball before.
Yeah.
Get it to the I agree. Situation like this, get to your running backs, let them take the hits. It's like Marietta was like pushing to the next round. They push up into Milton.
So they got the quote-unquote long drive to North Fulton next Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Barring some sort of miracle
Yeah.
And I think Milton is ranked third in the state in 7A, right behind.
No, he dropped that. Had it in his hands.
The first one of those I've seen Camden Overton drop since the first game of the season.
Milton has a very good offense. They have a couple of 4 and 5 star offenses. One of them is actually always a goal kicker. It's what we call him. So he's going up to Tennessee. So Marietta has had some issues with big lines throughout the year.
In this game.
In this game, exactly. And they're going to face probably one of the best lines in the state next week. Right up there with North Cobb.
And Marietta struggled with North Cobb's line.
And I think a lot of people probably that at least that read the AJC or in the metro area are wondering how in the heck Marietta can be ranked number 8 on the AJC at 6-4 this season. But you also got to remember that if you include the scrimmage against Grayson, Marietta has played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the teams in the top 10 are on Marietta's schedule.
Well, there you go. That answers the question.
and 3 of those were non-region games that were made because, hey, you're going to be the best in 7A. Let's play before region starts. And then the other 2, Walton and North Cobb, look like they're both are they both still ahead tonight? Is Walton going to pull the victory out at Colquitt County?
Walton is up 34-10 over Colquitt. Looks like Walton. It still says 34, so I'm not sure. McEacher, they've actually won final overtime, 34-28 over South Gwinnett. So they're moving on. Parkview has actually taken the lead back, 41-37 over Colesville.
And Jackson Strickland getting the sweet play. It looks like that might be Tift County's last play.
Somebody called timeout.
Oh, and North Cobb is final, 44-6.
Well, I tell you what, that Region 1, Region 3 matchup, any time Region 3 can get a win going down there, Region 1 can, you see how tough it is. Both, unfortunately for Region 1, they're going to get 2 losses on their away games. And it looks like maybe Walton's going to pull one out down at Colquitt County. That doesn't happen too often in the first round of the playoffs, going to Region 1 and winning football games.
That's a long way.
All right, so we got a timeout from Tift County there.
I'm so confused by that.
After the 1st and 10, by the way, running a speed sweep with 95 yards to go, or 85 yards to go. And a play action with a double post, and it's a tight spiral, but this will throw him a little bit behind the wide receiver.
In triple coverage.
Well, there's nowhere else for them to go. Number 5, Tyler Parker. I tell you what, he is a junior. They're going to need to make that offense run through him in the passing game next season. He's been pretty impressive, and he's playing both sides of the ball because from the sheet that we've been given by Ms. Gray, thank you very much, there are no double numbers. So he's been the number 5 that's been playing at linebacker too, and he has still been able to make some separation at wide receiver, playing over 100 snaps.
Yeah, he's had a really good game today. There's a read option.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why did you call timeout for that?
We're going to call another timeout here?
No, it's 4th down, but why did he, what was the point in all that?
Unless he's calling the timeout. Let's not get cheap shots. Let's get out of here.
Drex, I would totally believe you if they hadn't run a outside zone on the first play.
Well, fellas, looks like this is the end of the year of our broadcasting. 28-14, the home team. Okay, you know, game's over. Marietta won. Game's over. Marietta won. 28-14. The Blue Devils move on to the next round. Looks like we'll be playing Milton High School. A 3 versus 8 matchup, as you pointed out. Marietta is 8 in the state, despite 6-4. But look at the teams they played. The state has shined, or I should say, the state has recognized the strength of their schedule. Fellas.
And unfortunately, we're not going to get a handshake by Tift and Marietta here.
Look.
The coaches are shaking hands. And
Jackson Strickland shaking hands.
Strickland, who's one of the players who definitely left everything out on the field for Tift County tonight, is going to shake hands with Marietta. And that's something you don't want to see, but I tell you what, Tift's coach is in his first year, Noel Dean, and he has turned this program around. They hadn't won a region game since 2017, and they were the number 3 team in Region 1. So we're looking for great things out of him, and we know that this team's only going to get, from Tift County, is only going to get more disciplined and better as the years go on. I think he won several state championships in Michigan.
Well, fellas, it was good calling games with y'all this year, and hopefully we have more games to celebrate, even though we won't be here. Just want to thank all of those who have watched us all year and the years beforehand, and look forward to watching us next season. We love you, and always remember to be somebody.